Kareem is a major troll.
Major troll.
So what's the topic today? Can you make a interesting background?
We're gonna speak about Kareem.
Kareem is a takfiri.
Kareem
Omar,
and
bad
Your
Wi-Fi,
login
go
is gonna
down.
go down.
Bang! Fix
Bang.
your Wi-Fi.
guys, seriously though, this is a problem.
What's the problem?
Speaking like this non-stop is there's no concern? Okay. Maybe
Pandora
just
is صاحب hate. صاحب major hate. Yo.
Bang!
Pandora is صاحب hate وغلو في الhate.
There is no problem in acting like this. This is normal.
وعليكم السلام عمر صاحب غلو في إثبات الصفات.
The Salaf, listen, Mujahid was wrong. Mujahid was wrong. He made stuff up.
Bro, I posted a video, right, of Al-Razi saying that Fakhruddin Al-Razi, of Ibn Hajar saying that Fakhruddin Al-Razi said like the view that Allah speaks whenever He wills is the most accurate, naqlan wa aqlan, right? And I put the music because, bro, I just select a random sound and put it. I don't care, Bro, somebody comments like he literally like put a paragraph. He was like, "What is this music, akhi? What is this Shia shaitan music? What's the purpose of this? Are you a kid?" And I was like, "Yo, brother, don't listen to the video. Like, bro, don't hit me, bro." Bro, some people they complain too much, bro. Like, bro, like what the hell? I'm not getting paid. Are you sick, Omar?
I got allergies, bro.
Man.
You are صاحب غلو في allergies. صاحب غلو وشدة.
Maybe you got like Abu Taha, trying to do sihr or something. Who knows? Christian philosopher, you have done iftira. The earth is flat. Prove to me the earth is round. Bro, you know what's so funny in that live? They called me. They had like a name for it. They said like round something or like ball lover. I forgot what it was, bro. It was just funny. I was like, you guys are literally like, you're acting as if we're crazies for believing that the world is round.
You are a صاحب غلو in round earth. You are صاحب غلو. Bro, did you see what live they made this morning? I sent it on Discord. They made a live saying Bassam is going against science.
The earth is flat.
They said Bassam is going against science. He's a medieval. He's following medieval scholars.
Yeah, right now. Yo, get this guy out of here.
Bro, the earth might be flat for real, man. When you think about it.
Oh my god, bro. Get this guy down. What the hell? Oh.
Ever see Averroes, what he said about Ulu?
No.
You didn't see Averroes? Look what he said, right?
No.
Ibn Rushd.
Nope.
He said, listen, this is beautiful. Listen, akhi. Ibn Rushd in his book Minhaj al-Adillah, he gets to a point where he says, Al-Qawlu fil jiha, speaking on direction. وَأَمَّا هذه الصفة, he calls it an attribute, فَلَمْ يَزَلْ أَهْلُ الشَّرِيعَةُ فِي أَوَّلِ الْأَمْرِ يُثْبِتُونَها. The people of this Sharia, Islam, they used to affirm it. يثبتونها لله سبحانه وتعالى حتى نفتها المعتزلة. The first one to negate it were the معتزلة. ثم تبعهم على نفيها متأخر الأشعرية. And they were followed by the late Ash'aris, like Abul Ma'ali. Then he says, فظواهر الشرع كلها تقتضي إثبات لله تعالى مثل قوله سبحانه. He said, all the apparent of the texts affirm direction. Like الرحمن على العرش استوى وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض يحمل عرش ربك فوقهم يومئذ ثمانية وقوله تعالى يدبر الأمر من السماء إلى الأرض. Then he says إلى غير ذلك من الآيات التي إذا سلط التأويل عليها عاد الشرع كله متأولا. وإن قيل فيها إنها من المتشابهات عاد الشرع كله متشابها لأن الشرائع كلها مبنية على أن الله في السماء وأن منها تنزل الملائكة بالوحي إلى النبيين وأن من السماء نزلت الكتب وإليه كان إسراء بالنبي حتى قال المسألة المنتهى. فإن نفاة الجهة إلى نفيهم هو أنهم اعتقدوا أن إثبات الجهة توجب إثبات المكان وإثبات المكان يوجب إثبات الجسمية. Then he refutes it, right? But he says that if you like make this ambiguous, you're making the whole text ambiguous. Like you're done.
Yeah. Gotta go for 5 minutes to your thing. Okay. You know, Ibn Rushd, I'm pretty sure he believed that the like existence is the essence. Like he didn't.
Bro,
He didn't
Ibn
believe
Rushd is
that
weird. He's weird.
distinct. Huh? No. That's like what we say.
No. Speaking of, he negates a lot of stuff. I think he doesn't believe in Ma'ad al-Arwah or something. Like something he has some weird views, bro. He's not a
Yeah, no, he does. But in that specific instance, you know, because the whole point of divine simplicity is that God is identical to existence, and existence is like a predicate. So because he's identical to this predicate, therefore he's pure existence, and he's the only thing that exists. We don't actually exist. Why? Because we are not identical to this predicate. We are distinct from it. But if you can prove,
SK. Keep going, okay?
Oh yeah. What's it called? If SK wants to come up, bro, we can come up and talk. I don't know, bro. Colonel, change the background. It's got this flat Earth. What the hell? Just put a whale on it, and then we'll get the Shias in. Oh man.
Salamun alaikum, SK.
Alaikum salam. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How are you guys?
Alhamdulillah, how about you, man?
We're good, man.
I'm good, man, as well. Yeah.
How is life as a Wahhabi, man? How is life?
Bro, let me just say something. Yeah. So when I like announced this on live, right, I was very afraid, or I was doubting my intentions, because I felt like I was doing it for the praise of people. So I felt like a hypocrite basically. But then after I kept repenting and stuff like that, right, I felt great, because like I feel like this is the true side of Aqidah. Like I don't know, I feel more drawn to it, especially after the dawah you gave me on like last week. So I've ordered a couple of books. I've ordered the Aqidah book. I forgot what it's called, and I've ordered Kitab al-Tawheed as well.
Of Muhammad Abdul Wahhab.
Yeah, that one.
Did you get it with the sharh or without sharh?
I got the other one, the big one. I don't know.
Did you get the Wasatiyah though?
Yeah, I ordered Wasatiyah as well.
Yeah, Wasatiyah is like the map.
That's a very good starter. Wasatiyah is very, very good. The Sharh by Ibn Uthaymeen. And Ibn Taymiyyah's works after that, like I think we'll say like Hamawiyya will be pretty simple. It's a bit more like just throwing all of what the Salaf believed and refuting. So basically what he does in the beginning, right? He talks about like tafweed of the ma'na, Ibn Taymiyyah. And like forget about Ibn Taymiyyah saying this, right? Like let's just talk about from not only a logical perspective, but from the naql. Tafweed of the ma'na, he goes into this, and he just calls it out. He just calls a spade a spade, right? He just says, look, if you're gonna say that we should do tafweed of the ma'na, and that this is the correct way, then essentially you're saying that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ failed in his message. Like it's very clear. Like I could go to a very simple ayah in the Quran to prove this. I'll say, look, you guys say yad, you have to do tafweed of the ma'na on yad. Don't try to say that it possibly means this, it possibly means that. If you do tafweed of the ma'na, you don't know the meaning. You leave it to Allah. Don't say it's possibly this, it's possibly that, because then I can throw any possible word to your way. So let's just go with the ayah, which I asked to all of the Ash'aris on this app, and none of them had a good answer.
Just like 10 minutes ago, I was on live with that Lebanese guy, right? He said the same thing as what you just said as well.
Yeah. So basically, that's the same guy who brought a scholar named Ibn Qutaybah, student of Imam Ahmad. He's from the Salaf, and he tried to prove in this debate that tafweed of the ma'na is correct. And Ibn Qutaybah, if you look at my page, you'll see like a video, like it's like titled like Q&A with Lebanese Jam after he asked questions. I forgot what it was, but it's in there. It's like maybe like my third, fourth, fifth video. And Ibn Qutaybah, he's from the Salaf. Someone asked him, what are the hands over here? And he says, these are the hands that the people know of. So tafweed of the ma'na is impossible in this case. So he can't. He's using these people to prove the belief of the Salaf. But let's just go from naql perspective after aql. So let's just go with the Jews, for example, right? This is going to be mixed with naql and aql. The Jews, when they claim that Allah's yad is tied, they say it's maqlula, they say it's tied, chained. The Jews are ascribing a yad to Allah, whether it's a metaphor or not. They're ascribing a yad to Allah, so they must know what it means. Otherwise, it's just meaningless. Like why would Allah refute them for the way they described His yad if they don't even know what yad means to begin with? So they have choices over here, right? They can say that the Jews knew what yad is and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ didn't, or they can say that the Jews, or they can say that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did know, but he just didn't give it to us, so he failed in his message, right? He's just gatekeeping. Or they can say that Allah responded to them for something that they said that was meaningless. Like it's just gibberish, right? Because I can say, when Allah says yad and they say yad, they don't know the meaning of it. They don't know what He's saying. So there was one of their friends that his name is Hanafi Supremacist, which, by the way, Dior, he's divine simplest right now. Like it's very clear. He hangs out with all of the ADS lovers. He's a divine simplist. But anyways, I asked him this question, and basically, and I'm gonna post it as well. He said that, okay, yeah, we can't do tafweed al-ma'na. He even agreed that tafweed al-ma'na has many problems, and he said, I believe that yad over here is qudra, quwwa. And I asked him, I was like, okay, fine, we'll go with that. It's a metaphor for quwwa. So how do you reconcile Imam al-Tirmidhi saying that the Jahmiyyah did interpretation, they did ta'wil over here, and they said that it's power? How do you reconcile that? And he's like, I don't know. He said clearly, I don't know. And then he tried to go to a later scholar, one of the scholars that he follows, and he said, oh, I'll go to the Muhaqqiqin over here. And it's basically, they were the Jahmiyyah because they limited this word power for the meaning of yad. They limited it. Okay, fine. I even granted that, even though that should not be granted because there's no evidence for this. Grant that, and it's very simple. You're telling me that you're possibly a Jahmi then? And he just laughs at himself. No answer. So you can reduce their position to really, really, really big problems. Like he's just basically conceding that he's possibly a kafir. So, yeah.
But yo, akhi, by the way,
in the beginning of the book, very, very beautiful arguments against it.
Yo, Omar, 1 second, bro. Yeah, by the way, SK, you should not be going to their lives, bro. Since you're trying to learn, they're just gonna give you the shubuhat,
Yeah, true. But SK, look, he's looking into both creeds. He's gonna be able to be smart enough to know what makes more sense. What is more
what did they tell you this life? What did they tell you? Bring the shubuhat, bring it.
So they were, so when I said I've ordered a couple of books and stuff, they were saying the books they're not authentic. They're not from the Salaf, and it's by contemporary scholars like Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, and the Aqidah, the other one I keep forgetting the name. The other one that I mentioned, the Aqidah book. They said that it has nothing to do with the Salaf. That was written by the scholars 800 years later or something.
Wait, 1 second, أخي. حنفي ما تريد look. For example, I just invited you. Why don't you come up?
Wallahi, listen.
Why don't you come up, Maturidi?
If their sheikh comes over here, I will make him weaken every single book from the Salaf. Wallahi, every single one of them. By his standard that he holds for Fiqh al-Akbar by Abu Hanifa, I will make him weaken Fiqh al-Akbar as well. Listen, I'll tell you right away. Naqd al-Darimi, they reject it. Even though al-Darimi, he's a student of Imam Ahmad, right? And Abu Dawud al-Sijstani said that they learned hadith from him. They reject him. They call him Mujassim. Kawthari, that they follow, they call him Mujassim. They believe he's a kafir, right? But what's funny, his belief and just the geographical location, the time range in which the Jahmiyyah, obviously the Jahmiyyah, they weren't very philosophical. They weren't like so advanced like the later ones who come, you know, like when the Mu'tazila came later on, that's when it started to get a bit more advanced. But these people, it aligns perfectly with Ad-Darimi, because not only do we have attestation from other ulama that this book is from him, you even have the likes of Ibn Hajar quoting this and quoting Kitab al-Sunnah by the son of Imam Ahmad verbatim. And what's interesting is if they want to say that they and what's funny, like if they say they follow Salaf, wallahi, I'll bring every single one of the books. I'll start with the Kutub al-Sunnah. They're gonna weaken Kirmanis. They're gonna weaken son of Imam Ahmad. They're gonna weaken they're gonna weaken Khalal. They're gonna weaken Kitab al-Alu. They're gonna weaken Kitab al-Arsh. They're gonna weaken Kitab al-Shari' al-Ajri. They're gonna weaken half Sharh Usul I'tiqad Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. They're gonna just pick and choose from that book. They're gonna weaken every single one of these books and then tell you, brother, we follow the Salaf. Yes. Like they weaken all books from Abu Hasan al-Ash'ari. They weaken all his books already. Like they don't know that anything goes back to him.
Yeah, you know the Kitab al-Sunnah, right? They said that at the back of the book, the takfir, it says about Imam Abu Hanifa and his mistakes, like and say that a lot.
But the problem, look at the problem with that, right? The problem with that, Akhi, is that if you go to other books, for example, like what's the book, Tarikh Baghdad, right? You would find takfir of Abu Hanifa in that book also. Are they going to make it weak? If you go, there is a book from Al-Bayhaqi speaking about the Shafi'i criticizing Imam Abu Hanifa, right? Does that make that book weak? Bro, like these arguments are so low. For example, the one they claim, right? What's his name? The one they say, Daraqutni is his student and he is an Ash'ari, so Daraqutni, what's his name?
No, not Ibn Hanbal.
No, the teacher of Daraqutni, what's his name?
I don't know my head.
Bro, there's like a major scholar, right? They just say, they claim him, right? They say, he's an Ash'ari, he did ta'wil on one hadith, right? The thing is that even that guy, he calls Abu Hanifa mubtadi', but they don't have a problem with it. Look, yeah, it's Ibn Hibban, right? Ibn Hibban, they claim he's Ash'ari, right? Ibn Hibban in his book Al-Majruhin, look what he said about Abu Hanifa, right?
So Imam Abu Hanifa has a lot of mistakes in his fiqh.
No, it's not about that, bro. It's not about that. They just use that Abu Hanifa as a cope, right? Because other scholars speak about Abu Hanifa, like the people. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal in the book of Du'afa, he said Abu Hanifa is weak. Like Imam Ahmad says this in other than the Sunnah, like in other books, they just use that to negate a book. You know, they just use that to. Like, but it has nothing to do with
Let's just hypothetically say, okay, they takfir him like crazy. Now watch. Now what? What does that have to do with the aqidah and that we have in the book, the belief of the Salaf? What does that have to do with it? Like I love granting them things, right? To just show them how it's irrelevant. It's literally irrelevant. You're just using that as a means to hide, right? And then what you'll find them do often, they'll also use books like "We Follow the Salaf," Imam al-Tahawi. It's like literally just it's just brainwash. Like you're telling me you follow the Salaf, you say, okay, Imam al-Tahawi, based on one statement, which we can clearly explain about what he says about direction and all this. And when you bring them Salaf, they just reject everything. They'll reject Kitab al-Sunnah al-Khalal. They'll reject the Kitab al-Sunnah by son of Imam Ahmad. They'll reject Naqt al-Darimi. They'll reject Harb Kirmani Sunnah. They'll reject every single one of these. They'll reject Kitab al-Alu, Kitab al-Arsh. They'll reject books like Ijtima' al-Jiyuj by Ibn Qayyim that have these athar as well. They'll reject all these books of athar and they're like, yes, we follow the Salaf. Yes, brother.
Oh, I see this. What's the closest fiqh to the Quran and Sunnah?
The Hanbali.
Hanbali.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Bro, like 2 weeks ago, you would have said it's the Maliki one, bro.
Nah,
yeah, Maliki is not bad. Maliki is not bad, but Hanbali is like, bro, like it's the best, man. To be honest, wallahi, is the best. They like the Hanabila. They take the statement of a Sahabi as hujjah, you know, like.
Yeah.
They like Imam Ahmad, you would find him like holding two positions, and the two positions would be found in Quran and Sunnah, right?
Mm.
Sometimes he goes out of his way to make like to put two hadith together in the same hukm. For example, the salam, they would tell you like you give a salam out like the one side you give it out loud and one side you give it silently because there is two different ahadith and he tries to put them together. Yo, Farouk, what are you laughing for, man?
But Dior, like, let's just name all the books of this, like all the Kutub al-Sunnah and all the books of the Salaf that have all these athar. Like, what else do we have other than what I listed?
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yo, let me block Farouk, man. This guy, bro.
Like we have Kitab al-Sharia al-Ajri, we have Kitab al-Sunnah al-Khalal, Kitab al-Sunnah Abdullah ibn Imam Ahmad, we have Dhahabi's Kitab al-Ulu, Kitab al-Ash, we have Ijtima' al-Juyush al-Islamiyya, we have Naqd al-Darimi, Radu ala Jahmiyya. What else would you list?
I would list the Sunan Abu Dawood, Abu Majah.
Yes. So Abu Dawood and Majah. Abu Dawood literally proves alu for Allah. Like, if you're telling me you follow Salaf, wallahi, I'll bring their sheikh, right? The one that calls us Mujassim, and he says that, oh no, you don't believe it, but you entail it. Wallahi, if he believes that we entail Tajsim, I will hold him to his neck to consistency and make him have to negate Allah's knowledge by that logic. But the thing is, Ash'aris, they're not consistent. Like, Maturidis are way more consistent, but they're also like really, really problematic. But Ash'aris, they're the most inconsistent, like most inconsistent incoherence.
So in the Ash'ari and Maturidi creed, right? There's a lot of there's a lot of other things, like for example Brelvi and Deobandi and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, different branches. Yeah.
Right. So out of the Brelvi, Sufi, and Deobandi, what's the closest to the Quran and Sunnah, would you say?
What do you think, Dior?
I would say like early Ash'aris, they would be the closest, like the early ones.
Yeah, like
not the later ones.
I wouldn't take for the early ones. I do for the later ones because of their like their beliefs. But it's funny because like some of them, they even outright admit that they're upon bid'ah.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to Mawlid and stuff like that.
They tried to tell me that it's not bid'ah in the last life. I would always believe that it's a bid'ah. I've always believed it because I don't believe in celebrating birthday, especially of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they didn't do it. I'll always believe that it's a bid'ah. But they tried to tell me otherwise. But no, I don't take that stuff, bro. I don't go with bid'ah, man.
Let me guess. This is what they commonly do too. They don't attack the argument of how it's bid'ah or how it isn't. They might cherry pick, usually like cherry pick scholars and like, oh, they said this and this and that. What they'll do is they'll just bring emotional arguments. It's the day that he was born, right? We're just doing dhikr. We're just doing, like, listen, I don't care what you're doing. The main thing is, like, you have a good intention, fine. Let's just grant that there's a good intention, and that's nice. But is it a bid'ah or not? Well, that's the question, man. Honestly,
yeah,
that's the real question.
Yeah, because first of all, I grew up in a Deobandi area, right? And before I knew all this aqidah and fiqh, and before I was like, I even known about Islam, I was only like, a kid, like 15, 16 years old, right? And because I've always, my whole life, I've always believed that it's a bid'ah. But I grew up in a Deobandi area, so I was in the masjid, my masjid at Deobandi. I used to go on Jamaat and stuff, with the tabligh and stuff, right? Until I was introduced all to this aqidah stuff. Then I took a step back from everything, from the Deobandi masjid, from all of this stuff, and I've just, just been here, seeking knowledge.
Yeah. No, I know you're like a smart guy, bro. Look, I'm not gonna be like oh, why did you go to their lives? I'm obviously not gonna recommend for you to go to other people's lives like that, because unless you like have the proper, if you're like equipped with the knowledge.
I've decided what I want to do. I want to study the Athari creed. Like, I've decided, because first of all, I have a lot of doubts about the Maturidi and the Ash'ari because of so much bid'ah. Like, it's pushing me more and more away. The more they try to justify the bid'ah, it's pushing more away from that, because I firmly believe that what they do is a bid'ah. So it's pushing more away from that side and more towards the Athari creed, because of the Athari creed rejects bid'ah, and I feel like they're firm on their aqidah more than the the Ashari and Maturidi. So yeah, I want to study the Athari and the Salafi creed.
Don't ever
Yeah,
let
but
them
bro,
say things like, oh yeah, the true Atharis, because this is what they'll do, Dior. They'll say there's true Atharis and then there's fake ones, and we apparently are the fake ones because we don't do tafweed of the ma'na. If you do tafweed of the ma'na, it's worse than ta'wil. Wallahi, I can reduce your position to such absurdity if you do tafweed of the ma'na. Like, you're going to have to say that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, look, Rumi, he's a Christian in the comments. Wallahi, if he went to their live and asked them about tafweed of ma'na, he could entail in their position that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a false prophet.
Yeah.
Wallahi, like he's supposed to give the message. And then Dior, what they try to do, because I've heard them do this before. Dior, can you explain the whole thing about the muhkamat and mutashabihat? How they say, oh yeah, there's the mutashabihat, these are mutashabih sifat. We don't know.
yeah, mutashabihat. Yeah, for example, like At-Tabari, yeah? He says, when he explains this verse, when he says there is ayat that are mutashabihat, right, and ayat muhkamat, he said this verse is used by every sect in Islam. The Jahmiyyah use it to push their aqidah. Once they tell you the whole of Quran and Sunnah is mutashabih, you can't understand it, then they can push their aqidah. Because if you reply with Quran, they're going to tell you this is mutashabih. We don't understand it. So Allah is like this, Allah is like that. You will answer with Quran, we tell you Quran is mutashabih. We don't accept, right? So anybody can just come and push his bid'ah, right? You get what I'm saying? And if we can't know Allah through Quran and Sunnah, how can we know Him? You tell me through aql, right? But aql, like everybody has a different aql. A Jahmi is claiming that he's following aql. A Mu'tazili is claiming that he's following aql. An Ash'ari is claiming that he's following aql. A Maturidi is claiming that he's following aql. A Shia is claiming that, how do I know which aql is correct? And Allah says, if you disagree upon something, go back to Allah and the Messenger. So we're just going back to Allah and the Messenger. And Allah does not, the Messenger does not believe in what they believe in. The Messenger believed that his Lord is above. The Sahaba differed if the Prophet saw Allah only after he went up to Allah. Before he went up, they didn't differ upon that topic. If the Sahaba did not believe that Allah is above, why would they differ after him going above and coming down, that if he's seen Allah or not?
Yeah.
You get the
Also,
argument, Esker?
Al-Hafid al-Nawawi, what does he say about this? Does he say that this ayah, it means that no alim, no one of knowledge can know the meaning?
I know what Nawawi says, to be honest.
He actually goes against what they say. But the athar from, we have also athar from Ibn Abbas as well that speak about this. And who can you use against them for this, to say that there is a meaning? I forgot. It's not
You can use Mujahid, bro. Mujahid says istawa means rose above. If he knows,
I'm talking about specifically about this ayah. Obviously, you can go from the Salaf and look at like Salaf saying istiwa is ala or tafa and yad is this, and like you can obviously go there for that. But I'm talking about specifically this ayah that no one knows the meaning except Allah, and then it's warasikhuna fil ilm.
Yeah, Ibn Abbas, I think he said, I know everything about the Quran or something like.
Yeah, except 4 words, isn't it? He says except 4 words that he doesn't know.
Yeah. So, and then they'll often say, "Oh, yeah, but do you know what Alif Lam Mim means?" Wait. Even if I grant that, I don't know. Those are letters, brother. Those are letters, right? Yeah. Those are letters. So, a lot of like for me, it's not just the naql. It's really a lot of it is the aql. In their view, they don't have the aql. It's really bad. Goes against logic. That's why the guy that you might speak with if you're on their panels, Hanafi, like he admit to me that the universe like would be eternal in that view, and that it's because God doesn't quote unquote change. Wallahi, these people, I don't. Yeah. They don't read anything. One brother went to their live a few days ago, and he brought an athar from Ka'b al-Ahbar. We all know who he is, right? We all know who he is. Tabi, you're going to tell me that Ka'b al-Ahbar, the famous athar, and because they claim to be like they claim to act like these TikTok shuyukh and all of this, and they said, Ka'b al-Ahbar said, Allah said in the Torah, and he says, I am and he basically said that he's above his slaves, and he's above the throne, right? Now, when he said when the brother brought them this, they were like, yeah, he's whoever said this is Hashawi, Mujassim, Kafir. You know, he said it's very famous for those people, because he said it's very famous. How don't you know it? And they're like, oh yeah, it's very famous for Mujassim, Kafir, blah blah blah. Okay, and he brought it from Mukhtasar al-Alu. It's Albani's book from the Dhahabi, right? It's like short book from Kitab al-Alu, and they said, oh, Albani probably just added those words in. You know, he's a liar. Okay, so you're telling me you just never read the book? You never read Kitab al-Alu? Because I have it. He says it clearly there, and all of the narrators are thiqa as well. And it's funny because when he read the athar, he didn't mention that part at the end, and the brother caught him out on that. He said, why didn't you mention that they're all thiqat? And this proves alu for Allah from a tabi'i as well. And they called him a mujassim hashawi kafir.
Yo, really, one second, yo, Omar, 1 second. You look at this, right? Ibn Abd al-Barr, you know Ibn Abd al-Barr SK?
No.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Ibn Abd al-Barr he's a Maliki scholar, right? He died in the year 463 after Hijrah, right? He says in his book Jami' Bayan al-Ilm, he says أجمع أهل الفقه والأثر, the people of fiqh and the athar have consensus من جميع الأمصار, from all the parts of the Muslim world, أن أهل الكلام, that the people of kalam are أهل بدع, they are people of innovation, وزيغ, of like straying away from the path, right? لا يعدون عند الجميع في اتفاقات الفقهاء, they are not counted as فقهاء. وإنما العلماء, but the true scholars are أهل الأثر والتفقه فيه, are the people of athar, that follows like the ahadith in the Quran, right? These people, they praise ilm al-kalam. They say it is wajib for you to learn ilm al-kalam. But the Salaf, and this one, he came after the Salaf, right? So he saw the Ash'ari, he saw the other groups, and he still says ilm al-kalam is a bad knowledge, right? Because they will tell you, ilm al-kalam, they are speaking about the Jahmi, about the Mu'tazila, but no, Ibn Abd al-Barr, he saw the Ash'ari in his time, and he still says ilm al-kalam is bad, right? And if you want to really like know the aqid, like, for example, let's take like خلق أفعال العبادة في Imam Bukhari. You know Imam Bukhari, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna read you some of his quotes, right, just to make you understand, right? Look at this.
Weak book, weak.
No, it can't be weak, bro. Come on, Ibn Hajar quotes it all the time. Look what he says, right? He says, قال وهب بن جرير. وهب بن جرير said, who's Wahb ibn Jarir? He died year 206 after Hijrah, right? He is an Imam thiqa, right? He's an Imam. What did he say? He said, Al-Jahmiyyatu zanadiqa. The Jahmiyya are atheists. إنما يريدون أنه ليس على العرش استوى. What they really want is that Allah did not rise over the throne.
Wait, no, dude, that's above in status. We all agree that he's above in status.
No, but the
they mentioned a few things I forgot to say. They said to me that the Salafis believe that Allah runs and gets tired and comes down and the seventh skies to the lowest sky on a donkey, and Allah.
May I ask what sect are you brothers?
Huh?
Wait, actually, one second.
We don't believe that.
They told you Allah.
We don't believe that he comes down on a donkey. We don't believe that he runs. Look, you'll have some ulama that they'll bring, contemporaries, right? Like Bin Baz, for example, who took harwala, like, and he said, what stops us from believing that he can do it, right? He did his ijtihad. Ibn Taymiyyah talked about this specific hadith, and he gives, and the apparent meaning is understood based upon the context and the intention of the speaker, right? So the intention over here is a metaphor, and Ibn Taymiyyah explains how this is the case. And we agree that this is just a metaphor, like figurative or metaphor for Allah just getting closer to us and we getting close to Him. But some ulama, they were extreme with ithbat sometimes, right? And Ibn Taymiyyah criticizes them. He says if it was just the case that it's enough to do nafi of tashbih. We just say laysa kamithlihi shay, and in a way that befits His Majesty. Then you could ascribe anything for Allah and say that.
Yeah.
That's our creed. Sorry, go ahead, Dior.
Yeah, so I was gonna read you more. They told you Salafis believe Allah comes down on a donkey.
Yeah, that's what they said to me.
That's a Shia
Wallahi,
narration.
they said that.
Wallahi, they said that.
That's a Shia narration, brother.
A'udhu
He
billah.
comes down on a camel and then they
Astaghfirullah.
barafa.
Assalamu
So
alaikum.
who said this to
I'm
you?
asking, what is your brother's madhab?
We're Sunni, akhi. We're Sunni, Salafi, Wahhabi, Madkhali, whatever
Najdi
you want.
Salafi Wahhabi.
So they told you we believe Allah comes down on a donkey.
Yeah. They said that they believe the Salafis believe this. And the last live I was on, he was, what's his name? I forgot his name. Lebanese person or something. I don't know.
I don't know. What about their sheikh? Because sometimes their sheikh Manhaji or Harun Kanj is on there.
No, Harun didn't say that. It was the Lebanese person.
Because if Harun tries to talk, bro, wallahi, I have a video, look, it's posted, of him saying that the position of the Ash'aris, this and one of their madahib, is that Allah can taste and smell, like idrak. It's not talking about ilm. It's not talking about knowledge. Idrak, it's experience. And he said that the lazim of it is tajseem, and he said that he would hold to the lazim. So remember how he said that we entail that we're mujassimin?
Yeah.
Okay, if we entail that we're mujassimin, he said that he would hold to that position. So he admit that he would hold to something that is kufr. So that's the guy. If he wants to talk, just in case, I got receipts on him. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so akhi, all this stuff they told you, it's not true. But we believe Allah comes down to the first sky every night. There's no problem with that. Akhi, these things that are like these things, if you
he doesn't enter creation. He doesn't enter creation. Make it clear.
The thing is, this hadith, I only believe what the Prophet said. It's the Prophet who said this. يَنْزِلُ رَبُّنَا إِلَى سَمَاءِ الدُّنْيَا. This is a hadith, akhi. They just be mocking the hadith, right? But the problem is, let's say you're telling me, your belief is illogical. No problem. At least I'm not bringing something new. You believe Allah is neither inside creation, neither outside. You believe Allah is He's not attached to the world, neither detached. You believe He doesn't move, neither is He still.
Like, explain it like a little bit, right? Allah
have to
draws
justify
near
this
His creation.
belief.
He doesn't enter His creation. He draws near to it.
Yeah. That's also, I believe, He's outside of His creation. When they mentioned that, when I clarified my belief just last life, I said I believe that Allah is outside creation. They said that they don't believe that Allah is in or out. They said without. So it came across as trying to say they are rejecting Allah's existence.
Yeah, exactly. They're atheists. If you ask an atheist, you go to an atheist SK, you ask him, is God inside the universe or outside? He's gonna tell you he's neither inside, neither outside. He's not.
Yeah.
Like, for the first thing that people would ask, right? The kuffar, right? What did they tell the Prophet? Like, come to us with your Lord. Come to us with your God. We want to see Him. Tell Him to come, right? Because they believe He's far away. And the Prophet did not say, no, Allah mawjud bila makan. Allah is this non-existent thing. No, he said Allah is above. You will see Him in the day of judgment, right? Yeah. So their belief is like nowhere to be found.
And I challenge them. Listen, Dior, I've asked people who are smarter than those guys, because those guys, they don't know what they're talking about. I asked people who are smarter philosophically than those guys. I said, listen, if Allah has nowhere, what is the distinction between not being anywhere and not existing? And the best response that I've ever gotten is, there can be things that exist that don't have a where. I said, oh, really? He said, yes, I agree. For example, let's say things that are mind dependent, right? So he said mathematical realism. So basically he's just saying something that's in the mind. So he said, khalas, you are conceding that the God that you believe in is only in your mind. He's just imaginary. He's not outside of your mind. Khalas. That's my whole point.
Also, another thing, Salafis believe that Allah sits on the throne, and He's so heavy. Allah is so heavy that the throne shakes and makes sound. That's what they said to me also.
No. We don't say that He has a weight or anything like that. But we do. I know Salafis who affirm it, and I know Salafis who deny. I affirm that He does durus because it's consistent with the Athari creed. Just like Allah having knowledge doesn't entail that He has a brain. Him sitting doesn't entail that he is has like a weight or anything like that. And Ad-Darimi responds to the Jahmi. The Jahmis made this claim, by the way. Akhi. They said if Allah is above the throne, then he needs the throne, right? He needs it, and the angels are carrying him because of his weight. And Ad-Darimi says if Allah willed, he would settle upon a mosquito if he willed. And basically what he's saying over here is the throne is subservient to Allah. Allah is not subservient to the throne. The angels carry the throne. The angels do not carry Allah. Allah does not need the throne. Allah does not need the angels. Whether it be a throne, whether it be a mosquito, whether it be a whatever, anything, whatever it may be, it's not holding Allah by its own power. Allah it's by the will of Allah that He's above it, and that it's below it, and it's below Him. It's not its own will. So he explains this very beautifully, and says that the throne is subservient to Allah. Allah is not subservient to the throne. If He willed, He could have done istiwa above whatever He willed to, but that doesn't mean that it's carrying Him. That doesn't mean that He needs it. That doesn't mean any of that. And it's funny because they say that because the Jahmiyyah were the ones who first started rejecting this stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, let me read you some other narrations from Khalq Af'al Ibad, right? So the next narration is going to be from Hammad bin Zayd, right? Who's Hammad bin Zayd? He's a scholar who lived in the year 179.
Allah.
Right? After Hijrah. He says, Al-Qur'anu kalamullah. The Qur'an is the speech of Allah. Nazala bihi Jibreel. Jibreel descended with it. Ma yuhawilun. They are only trying. إِلَّا أَنَّهُ لَيْسَ فِي السَّمَاءِ إِلَهٌ. What they really trying to do is to say that there is no God in the heavens. Right? The Jahmiyyah, they're trying to say there is no God in the heavens. So that's what they're trying to do, the Jahmiyyah, by negating that the Quran is speech of Allah. Then Ibn al-Mubarak. Do you know Ibn al-Mubarak?
No.
Ibn al-Mubarak is one scholar of the Salaf. He died in the year 181 Hijri, right?
Yeah.
He was a scholar, mujahid. He is one of the A'imma of Islam, Ibn al-Mubarak. Like the Ummah has ijma', like the whole Ummah.
Yeah.
There is no Muslim who do not like Ibn Mubarak. It doesn't exist. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, Ibn Mubarak said, لا نقول كمقالة الجهمية أنه في الأرض ها هنا. We do not say like the Jahmis that Allah is here, over here, right here. But we say على العرش استوى. But we say He is above the throne. Right? So he is saying, we do not say Allah is here, but we say He is above the throne. Right? Then he said, somebody asks Ibn Mubarak, he said, how do we know our Lord? He said, فوق سمواته على عرشه, above His heavens on His throne.
Yeah.
Right? This is Ibn Mubarak, major Salaf. Everybody loves Ibn Mubarak, nobody hates him. But what they do ta'wil. He says, he means above the arsh in status. Like the Quran needs ta'wil. When the Salaf is telling you his aqidah, he needs ta'wil. Like we need to do ta'wil on everything. We do ta'wil on the verse. If the Salaf explain the verse, we do ta'wil on the explanation. Does this make any sense, SK?
No.
Doesn't make any sense, akhi. If a scholar come to you, you ask him for an explanation for the verse. He gives you the explanation. Now you need an explanation of his explanation until it meets your aqidah. Does that make any sense?
No.
Doesn't, akhi. Look what Sa'id, right, bin Amir said. Sa'id bin Amir, he died 208 Hijri. He said, Al-Jahmiyyah sharru qawlan min al-Yahudi wa Nasara. He said the Jahmiyyah are worse than the Jews and the Christians. قد أجمعت اليهود والنصارى وأهل الأديان. He says, the Jews and the Christians and every people of religion, they all agree that أن الله تبارك وتعالى على العرش, that Allah is on the throne.
Even the Jews and the Christian. Now what they're going to say, oh, you guys are like the Jews and the Christians. You follow them. Wait, is he a Jew and a Christian? Because he's saying even the Jews and the Christians. That's his whole point, is that even the Jews and the Christians have ijma' on this matter. Why? Because revelation, there's going to be consistency, right? Throughout time. Why is it the case that all these civilizations say that God is above? Why? We believe that books were revealed. We believe that there were prophets everywhere, right? So if that's the case, then there's going to be little fragments of information left on that. Like obviously, like you're not going to say that people just all it just all got forgotten. Like why would people believe that God is above for all this time? Why?
So the end of the narration is interesting, right? He says the Jews and the Christians and every people of religion agree that أن الله تبارك وتعالى العرش, that Allah is on his throne. وقالوا هم, and they said, speaking of the Jahmiyyah, ليس على العرش شيء, there is nothing on the throne. Ash'aris believe that there is nothing on the throne also, right? So the Jahmiyyah, they believe the same thing as the Ash'ari, right? And the Salaf are like, this is clear. The Jahmiyyah are not saying Allah is not above the throne in status. They are saying there is nothing on the throne.
No, let me challenge that. No. There is nothing above. They're saying that there's nothing that there's nothing above the throne in status. Listen, Dior.
No. Look, they're saying ليس على العرش شيء. There is nothing on the throne.
Yeah, there's, the shay is added. That's just added there. The shay, that's added, brother.
I look, right? Then next hadith, right? The scholar Abdul Aziz bin Salama, right? He died in the year 164 Hijri, right? No, it's not him. It's Ali ibn Asim. He died in the year 200 something. Yeah, 254. He said, ما الذين قالوا إن لله ولد أكثر من الذين قالوا إن الله لا يتكلم. He said, the ones who said Allah has a son are not more disbelieving than the ones who said Allah doesn't speak. And then he said, watch out for al-Marisi. Marisi is a Jahmi, right? Because he claims, right? He claims that I spoke to him and he didn't prove to me that there is a God above the heavens.
Wait, the same Marisi that Ad-Darimi refuted, that they say that Ad-Darimi is weak?
Ibn Hajar quotes that book.
Okay. So Ad-Darimi collaborates with other Salaf. Oh, okay, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's keep going, Afi. Let's keep going. Let's destroy you with Athar. Yeah, boy. Okay, so Yazid bin Harun said, من زعم أن الرحمن على العرش استوى على خلاف ما يقر في قلوب العامة فهو جهمي. If anybody claims that the most merciful rose above the throne other than what is believed in the hearts of the layman, he is a Jahmi. When a layman hears Allah rose over the throne, he doesn't know any kalam, he doesn't know anything. Whatever he believes, if somebody claims anything else that what is in the hearts of the layman, he's a Jahmi. And when you go to Ash'ari scholars in their books, they say that the laymen who do not come to our classes, they are upon tajsim.
Yes, Sunusi. And
Sunusi in his book.
And Taftazani and Ghazali, they all say the same thing.
And the Salaf tell you, if somebody claims that Allah rose over the throne, other than what the laymen believe in their hearts, he's a Jahmi. No. Yo, Talib al-Quran, what's up with you, man? What's wrong with you, bro? You keep complaining, akhi. What's up with that guy?
Yeah, I love that one too over there, like that. You know, you bring them their own scholar, literally going into Salaf. I love it.
Look, now we have another scholar, Sulaiman al-Tamimi, right? He died in the year 143 after Hijrah. He said, لو سئلت أين الله, if I were asked where is Allah, I would say في السماء, in the heaven, meaning above the heaven, right? فإن قال, if that person says to me فأين كان عرشه قبل السماء, if somebody asked me where was his throne before the heavens, I would say upon the water. If they were to say فأين كان عرشه قبل الماء, where was his throne before the water, I would say I don't know, right? Yeah. So if he's asked where is Allah, he would say above the heaven. So you can answer where is Allah other than that. And even al-Bayhaqi, he does, even al-Baqallani, he says this. Al-Baqallani in his book, I forgot the name of the book, but he says, if somebody asks me, is Allah everywhere? I would say, A'udhu billah, he is above his throne.
Yeah.
These were the early Ash'aris. Today they would tell you, A'udhu billah, he's nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Then we have another quotation, right? From Musa al-Ashib, right? He died in the year 209 Hijri. He said, the Jahmi, if he becomes very, very extreme, like when a Jahmi goes out of control, right? He becomes like a major Jahmi. He says, لَيْسَ ثَمَّ شَيْءٍ, there is nothing there, and he points with his finger to the sky. Speaking about Allah, right?
Yeah.
So these are the Jahmis when they become extreme, not like normal Jahmis. You understand, Akhi?
Yeah.
But Dior, you know
And
what's
then-
interesting? All their friends, one by one, I have seen them go from like Ash'ari, you know, hardcore Ash'aris basically, to Jahmis, like real Jahmis, like really like crazy ones. Like this guy who just came in right now, Muhammad Ali, he just came in alive. He is supposed to be an Ash'ari who holds to divine simplicity. Yet at the same time, you say that the sifat are not sifat ayn. That's a contradiction. That's impossible. The whole point of divine simplicity is for everything to be identical to itself. Like it's really, really like, and you have other of them. They'll say, like you know, remember Musa Dior, Musa Ibn Shihab, Musa.
Yeah, Musa.
He rejects propositional knowledge for Allah now.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, like I'm smarter than the God that he believes in, basically, because his God, he would say that he doesn't know SK exists. He doesn't know that proposition. So I would be smarter than him. Like if you reject propositional knowledge, you're a kafir. Like I'll prove to you that you're a kafir. That if you reject that, you can't reject propositional knowledge. Like there's no other knowledge than proposition.
No, another thing they said was. Another thing they said was they mentioned the hadith of 73 sects, right? And they said the Jama'ah, they call Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the majority are on haqq and these small little groups are not on haqq, and just because they are Salafi and they're ghuraba and strangers, this, that, it doesn't mean they're on the haqq, and it's the majority and Allah's with the majority.
But Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, he said al-jama'a ma wafiq al-haq walau kuntu wahdak. So the jama'a is what is like what the truth agrees with, right? It's like basically what the truth is, even if you're alone. So I am the jama'a in this case, according to Ibn Mas'ud, unless they want to throw him under the bus, when I am alone. Very simple.
Yeah. So the ghuraba are the Salafis, right?
Bro, that's what they say. They say like, oh yeah, you guys claim that you're the ghuraba. Look, I'm not going to claim that everyone right now is like upon misguidance. I don't consider every single Ash'ari like a kafir or anything, right? And you can bring this about every sect. You can talk about the people who get into like the topic of hakimiyya.
That's such a lie, bro. That's such a lie. Wallahi, you can tell this, bro. I've seen you curse every single one of the Ash'ari. I have clips of you cursing every single Ash'ari, bro. What are you talking about?
Do you have proof of that?
God is surrounded.
Wait.
Yeah. But
God
yo,
is what?
Muhammad Ali, did you shower today, or like is your God facing your private parts while
Oh,
there's
look at the Subhat. Look at Subhat. If Earth is around,
Ar-Razi
that
Shubahat.
means Allah
This
is
is
all
when
around
you
it.
point up, you point up, you reach God in a distant direction. If you're on the other side of the earth, you point up, you're pointing in a different direction. God is around the front. God is around creation. This is your joke, man. This is what you call a religion? What kind of joke is this, bruv? Yalla, answer. Is your God above creation? Yes or no?
Yeah, so left and right is going to be relative to us, but up and down is absolute because Allah is always above.
What?
So you bring me Ar-Razi's Shubha and you don't even know how to respond to the response.
This is not Ar-Razi Shubha. This is not Ar-Razi Shubha.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Wait, you think Razi didn't bring this like
Are you okay?
like years ago?
You don't.
Okay,
This is how.
Ar-Razi Shubha. It doesn't matter.
This
This
is
is
that you
my
don't read
own.
his books.
Okay? I don't care.
Why do you
It's not your own
think
Shubha. It's not your own.
wrote Bayan Talbis al-Jahmiyyah? Why do you think? What is Bayan Talbis al-Jahmiyyah about?
Is God above us? Is God above?
What do you think? You said this is not
Relax.
Ar-Razi Shubha. What is Bayan Talbis al-Jahmiyyah about? Who is he responding to?
No
This
speak.
is my argument. I forget.
It's not
Ar-Razi.
your
argument, bro.
Why are you trying to impose Ar-Razi's belief? I don't do taqleed and aqidah. I'm
Ibn
not going to
Taymiyyah
take
slapped him.
Ar-Razi's belief
I'm
like
telling
that.
you, you said
Answer
this
the
is not
question.
Ar-Razi's
Is God above the throne?
argument. You act as
Is
if you
God
think
above
this
the
is
throne?
an argument.
Just
That's
calm
not
down.
above
Take a
the
deep
If I point
breath.
up,
Stop
can I reach
panicking.
God? If I
You
point
have to
up,
stop
is that where
stop
God is?
panicking.
Is God above? If I point up, is that where God is? Yes or no?
Then you respond.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Just calm down.
Listen, very
Breathe.
simple.
No,
Listen,
answer the
left and
question.
right.
Answer the question. I don't play games. I don't play games. creed is a
Calm
joke.
down, man.
Answer the question.
Just breathe, man.
Relax, bro. Why are you swearing? What's wrong with you?
You don't have to panic. You don't have to panic.
Breathe, just breathe.
God there. If
You
I
don't
point
have
up
to
to God there,
panic.
you see, you
Calm
won't
down.
answer. You won't answer. You
Bro,
know
you're
why?
Mujassim, bro. Why are you trying to drop? Why are you doing tashbih?
You're panicking.
Yeah,
Just breathe, man.
If I point up,
Muhammad,
Just make it-
relax.
just make
Put
it
your
short.
shoulder.
SK, look,
Hang on,
SK,
drugs.
you see, SK, you see this
Relax.
Ash'ari, he's trying to drown God,
Yeah.
you see? He's trying to drown it and
He's
like,
really
Relax,
scared.
is
Just
he
let
Mujassim
us
or not,
respond
SK?
now.
Trying
So
to drown
this is
God.
very
Wait.
simple.
Well, one at a time, please. One
First
at
of
a
all,
time.
Colonel, he said that this is not Al-Razi's shubha. He's so stupid because this is literally his shubha.
Where did
Ibn
it
Taymiyyah
come
responds
from?
to it. So I'm going to give you the response. You can take it or leave it. Left and right is relative, right? But up and down is absolute because Allah is always above. Just as in the North Pole, the sky is above, and in the South Pole,
forget Al-Razi.
hey,
I said pay
why are you
attention to
unmuting?
my
Why are you
argument.
unmuting? I didn't
Still,
finish.
hold on.
I didn't
Wait.
finish.
Calm
I
down.
didn't finish.
You haven't listened to the answer. Be
I
quiet,
didn't
man.
finish.
Answer my
Left
question.
and right, left and right is
My question.
relative, and up and down is
Question.
absolute because Allah is always above, right?
Question.
So
Inshallah,
if you're in the
barakallah,
North
Omar.
Pole, let me ask you this now: if you're in the North Pole, is the sky above you?
Yes.
Now speak. Ask your question.
Okay. Now, Muhammad Ali, if you're in the South Pole, is the sky also above you?
Yeah.
Okay. So above and below is going to be something that is this is Allah is always above.
Yes.
Left
But
and right is
okay,
relative.
can the sky be split into portions? Yes or no?
What does composition have to do with any of this?
Okay, it's very simple. It's very simple.
No,
Okay,
it's very simple. You have to tell me now.
You
Now
see
you
this?
just buried
This is
yourself.
the North Pole. This
No,
is the
no,
North
now
Pole.
you just buried yourself.
I'm gonna respond. I'm
What
gonna
does
respond. I'm gonna
composition
respond.
have to
I'm gonna
do with any
respond.
of
I'm
this?
gonna expose your stupid creed. Okay,
No,
this is the North Pole.
you need to tell me right now. What's
and
the
this is the
relative?
South Pole. Okay,
What's
this is the
the
South
rel-
Pole, right?
what is-
So
what
the
is-
sky
what is
here, the
composition
sky
relative?
here is below this
What-
guy. The sky
what
here
does
is below
composition
this
have to
guy,
do anyway?
but above this
What does
guy.
composition
This is
have anything to do with
so
this?
this
Answer
so
my
the
question.
sky. So that means that if Allah is
Okay,
above
could
the
you
sky,
repeat
Allah is
this
above the
response?
sky.
Give me
He's also
supermod so I
Wait,
can take care of him.
wait.
He's
Muhammad
below
Ali,
this
what-
guy
what
too.
does
He's
composition
below this
have anything
guy
to do with
and above
this?
this guy, and he's
You
below
need to
this
answer
guy
my
and above this
question.
guy too. So
What
Allah is
does
around the
com-
creation.
What does
Clown, bro.
composition? What does composition have to do with any of this?
It's very simple. If God is above the sky, yes, is God above the sky?
Yes, he is.
Okay, excellent. So this guy is pointing up, yes?
Mm-hmm.
He's pointing in the direction of God, yes?
Yep.
Is this guy pointing in the direction of God too?
Yep.
So in opposite directions are they pointing in?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They're
Okay.
both pointing. Now
Is the Earth
watch.
a sphere? Is the Earth a sphere?
Now watch. Yes, it's a sphere.
Okay, so that means that if we draw lines from this guy to this guy, if there's another guy here and a guy here, they're all pointing up, right? They're all pointing up. Okay, we can reach God. Okay, which means that He's surrounding the universe. Forget where the Earth is in the universe; it doesn't make a difference. Okay, it means that there is X amount of distance in which you can reach God in every
Perfect.
single possible
Now let
direction.
me
You're the
respond.
real Jahmi. You're the real
Now let me-
Jahmi.
now
God
let
is
me
everywhere
respond.
according to you.
Yeah. Now let me respond. So everybody, look at how he's saying that we're the mushabbihah. Look what he just did, and we're the mushabbihah. But anyways, watch this. If I grant you, right, because I did a reductio. I'm just gonna go ahead and give a reductio. He surrounds the creation and he's outside of it. If he's around it, how does that make him within it?
If He's around it, I never said He's within it, did I?
Wait, so then how are we
to you, God
Jahmiyyah?
is everywhere.
What is
So
the
then
takfir?
wait, no, how are we Jahmiyyah?
It's very simple. You believe
Did the
God
Jahmiyyah
everywhere.
believe
In
that
possible
Allah was
directions,
inside
God
of
is there.
creation? Did
I
the
don't
Jahmiyyah
mean
believe
literally. The
this?
Jahmiyyah,
Wait,
yes,
wait,
they
wait,
believe
you
that
just
Allah is
buried
everywhere.
yourself.
Okay, you say
Did
we're
the
Jahmiyyah,
Jahmiyyah,
but
yes
we
or
don't
no,
believe
believe
Allah
Allah
is
was
everywhere.
inside
We
of
don't believe
creation?
Allah is in Makan.
Did the
It's an
Jahmiyyah believe Allah was
expression.
inside of creation?
Yeah,
Answer
yeah.
my question now.
Huh?
Did the Jahmiyyah believe Allah was inside of creation? Yes or no?
Yes.
Does
What?
that entail that Allah is inside of creation? Yes or no?
Huh?
Does,
The Jahmiyyah
does-
believe Allah was everywhere, including inside creation.
Does this
Yes.
entail right here what you just drew that Allah is inside of creation?
Huh?
Does this entail that Allah is inside of creation?
This argument?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Thank you. So you can't say we're Jahmiyyah. Now I'm going to prove that you're a Jahmi. Now
You
it's my
say
turn.
I'm a Jahmi
Now
when
it's
I
my
don't
turn.
believe
Now it's
Allah
my
is in
turn. Now it's
Makan.
my
What's
turn.
your
Now it's
point?
our turn. Now it's our turn.
No.
Now it's our turn.
Don't
Go
run.
on mute.
You just
Now it's
proved
our
that your
turn.
God is around.
Now it's our turn.
Your
Now
God
it's
is
our
around
turn.
the universe.
Now
Are
it's
you
our
stupid?
turn.
Pay attention.
Now,
Pay
do
attention.
you bring
Pay
the alpha?
attention.
Bring the alpha.
You said that if I point up.
Now it's our turn. Hello. No. Be fair. It's our turn now. Now we're gonna prove that you're a Jahmi. Is Allah? Is Allah? Wait, Habibi. Wait. Is Allah somewhere or is He nowhere? Muhammad Ali, is He somewhere or nowhere?
Allah does not have a location.
Okay, so He's nowhere. Okay, beautiful. So if I bring you someone from the Salaf who says that the Jahmiyyah said that there's nothing on the throne, what are you gonna say?
Pardon?
If I bring you an athar from the Salaf saying that the Jahmiyyah are the ones that said Allah is that there's nothing on the throne, what are you going to say?
Who said that Allah is on the throne? That's the first question.
Wait. The question is, look. Do you believe there is something on the throne? Maybe Allah.
Allahu alam if there's something above the throne. Allah is
No.
not.
Speak about Allah. Speak about Allah. Is there something
Is there
on
a
the
God
throne?
above the throne? Is there a God above the throne?
Allah is above
Okay,
the
so-
throne, not in terms of distance and direction.
No.
Allah,
They say
Allah
they say
is
that.
above
No.
the throne in terms of
Forget. No.
sovereignty and kingship.
Yeah, but the
Mulkan
throne.
wa sultanan, according to Imam Tabari.
Muhammad.
Mulkan wa sultanan. That's my answer. Mulkan wa sultanan.
No. Tabari didn't say that.
No,
Tabari didn't say that. Tabari didn't say that. Tabari didn't
Yes,
say
he
that.
did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No,
Yes, he did.
he didn't.
Yes, he did. Tafsir al-Tabari. Tafsir al-Tabari.
Okay, you take Tabari. You take Tabari.
Don't follow that.
Yes, he did.
Man,
Yes, he did.
please, we need
Yes,
some
he did.
order.
Your God is
We
around
need-
creation.
Don't fall
We
for that.
need some order.
Don't fall for that.
Please.
خلق أفعال العباد. Dior.
I don't care about your. I want you to answer my questions first.
خلق. No. I'm going to bring you.
But I want
I
you
already
to
answered.
answer my
Now
questions. I want you to answer
You said
my
that I'm a
questions.
Jahmi. Now it's my
I want
turn.
you to answer my
Now
questions.
it's my turn.
I
Now
want
it's
you
my
to
turn.
already answered
No, I don't
you.
care about
You
your
You already
turn.
answered.
Don't-
Now it's my turn. What does it say? قال سعيد بن عامر. Who is he, Dior?
Question. You're not going to mute me.
The teacher of
How
Bukhari.
early is he?
You don't like
The
my
teacher
name.
of Bukhari.
208 Hijri. You said that you were going to prove that we're Jahmiyyah. Now I'm going to prove that you're a Jahmi. You said Allah is
The
nowhere.
teacher of
قال
Bukhari.
سعيد بن
You're
عامر.
running,
الجهمية
you're running.
شر
Listen,
قولا من
man,
اليهود
hold on.
والنصارى. The saying of the Jahmiyyah is
You're running.
no,
Let him
we're
call.
not. You brought me your arguments.
You're running.
Make it showtime. Make it showtime. Give me big screen. Make it showtime. I'm gonna wipe the floor with this kid. I'm about to wipe the floor with this kid. I'm gonna show you what happens when it's on showtime. No speaking over me, and I'm gonna.
If you're gonna run, I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna play games.
We're gonna make it on
Yes,
showtime, and you can
yes.
have time to
You're
speak
running,
afterwards.
you're running.
How did you showtime?
You can have time to speak
You're
too.
running. You're still
You can
running.
have time to speak
You're
too,
still
but
running.
we're gonna make it on showtime.
You're still running.
Yalla, put showtime.
No.
Now I'm gonna wipe the floor with you.
Live show.
You're going for the floor with no one, bro.
Yeah, now I'm gonna wipe the floor with
on a
you.
phone. What kind of clownship is this, bro?
Now I'm gonna wipe the floor with you. Just watch.
How did you
you wanna
showtime?
you wanna talk.
Be
You wanna
quiet.
talk so much. Are you gonna let me speak, or do we have to go to showtime?
No. Be quiet. Answer my questions.
I already answered
No, you
you,
didn't
and you
answer my
said,
question.
and
You
you
didn't answer
said,
my question.
and you
You ran around the
conceded.
question. You didn't
You
answer.
said that we're Jahmiyyah because of this, and I gave you the argument, and you said that we're Jahmiyyah because of this.
Yes.
And I asked you, did the Jahmiyyah believe that Allah was inside creation everywhere? You said yes. They did not believe. And I asked you now, do we believe that He's in creation? Do we entail that He's in creation?
Yes, you actually do. You believe that Allah does nuzul and He enters the creation. So what are you talking
now
about?
you're running to Nuzul. Beautiful. Now you're running to Nuzul. Hilarious. Pathetic. Now he's running to Nuzul after he's already conceded to the fact that the Jahmiyyah are the ones that believe Allah is in creation, right? Now, let's prove that he's a Jahmi. Look at how he's running to Nuzul because he's a coward. We're going to go to the Salaf, right? And see what the Salaf says. Dior, can you unmute Dior and see what this means? Because I'm a mudallis, I'm a kadhab, right? Go ahead, Dior.
Bro, I can't see it, man. What's the number of the author?
وقال سعيد بن عامر الجهمية الشر. Go ahead.
Bro, let me find the author in my own book.
Here. الجهمية شر قولا من اليهود
اليهود
والنصارى.
والنصارى اتفقوا أهل الأديان على أن الله في أعلى
قد
العرش.
اجتمعت اليهود والنصارى. Even the Jews. He's telling you. He's from 208 Hijri. He died in the year 208. Even the Jews and the Christians and وأهل الأديان, they all agree that Allah is above
on the
arsh.
throne.
And
the
the Jahmiyyah said وقالوا هم ليس على العرش.
This is the teacher of Bukhari.
Now, my question to you, unmute Muhammad Ali now. My question to you, did the Jahmiyyah say that Allah is not above the arsh?
You have your question. You have your time, and then I'll talk in my time. I'm not answering your questions. You answer your questions.
No, I want you to answer this. Did the Jahmiyyah ever say that Allah is above, not above the throne status?
In my time, I will answer your questions. I will answer your questions in my
The
time.
Jahmiyyah.
So you make your points. You make your points. You'll make your points, and I'll answer them in my time.
Okay. So you can mute him, Colonel, and then I'll just ask him this: yes or no? Okay, like logic says, yes or no. Deal with the argument. Don't do the Muslim shuffle. Deal with the argument at hand. Give me a yes or no. Don't do the Muslim shuffle. All right. Muhammad Ali, yes or no? Did the Jahmiyyah ever once say that Allah is not above the throne in status? Yes or no? Everybody, yes or no? Did the Jahmiyyah ever once say historically just one narration? Give me one narration that the Jahmiyyah rejected Allah being above the throne in status. Yes or no? Go ahead.
He said he will answer in
Yalla
his.
Habibi, please. Yalla Habibi, please. Answer that question. One time. That's all my question is
You're
for
not
you.
answering my question until your questions until it comes to my time. Yalla.
Yeah,
So you
go
can
ahead.
do your 5-minute yap session. Do your 5-minute yap session.
Now it is your time.
All right. So, firstly, Imam Tabari says in his tafsir, okay? He says that Allah is above the arsh, not in terms of intiqal wa zawal. He says in terms of mulkan wa sultan. And what does that mean? It means sovereignty and kingship. So he negates makan, okay? Because you can't have makan without distance and direction. And if you negate distance and direction, you're negating makan. I asked this guy a very simple question, okay? If I point up, am I pointing in the direction of God? Okay, I'm standing in the UK right now. Okay, I point up, I'm pointing in the direction of God. He said yes. Okay, now if someone on the opposite side of the world was to point up as well, they would also be pointing in the direction of God. These two directions are completely in opposite ways. All right, which means that it necessitates. Okay, so if everyone was standing at a specific point in the earth, okay, just completely different points, everyone was standing next to each other, the earth was filled with people and they were all pointing up, they would be pointing in completely different directions. If you drew a line from each of these people's fingers, okay, for X amount of distance, you would reach God, which means that God surrounds the whole entire universe. And we are inside God. Like, how do you run away from that? We're inside God. What kind of clown of a religion stupidity is this? Are we inside God? Yes or no? That's my question. Yalla, I don't care about this 3-minute time. Yalla, go.
Everybody, this argument has already been addressed. I asked him a simple yes or no question. He wasn't able to answer it because there is no answer, right? Just like the next question that I'm going to ask him. When I ask him the difference between his God and non-existence, being nowhere. Wallahi, he won't be able to answer it. My question to you, on your time that you said you would answer, did the Jahmiyyah ever once, did the Jahmiyyah say that Allah is not above the arsh in status? Please answer. Yalla Habibi, please.
Yeah, the Jahmiyyah negate everything. Okay, the Jahmiyyah believe that they went to the point where they negated all that.
You said yes. Now you just buried yourself, Habibi. I'll tell you why. Give me one proof right now.
I don't study the Jahmiyyah creed. I don't study the Jahmi creed, bro. Like, why would I refute the Jahmi creed? It's a joke.
You made the claim that they denied that Allah is above in status.
Huh?
Did you not make the claim that they denied that He's above in status?
Yes.
Yeah, so what's the evidence for that?
I'm not gonna. I don't have the books of the Jahmiyyah, do I?
Someone clip that and send me.
It doesn't matter what the Jahmiyyah believe.
Listen. Muhammad Ali, you just that's embarrassing. Okay, so tell me now, your own Baqallani, when he says the Jahmiyyah said that Allah was everywhere and Allah is above the arsh. Why does he make a distinction between location now?
Allah is above the arsh, not in terms of makan though.
No. Why does he make a distinction? Why does he make a distinction? Why does he say that the Jahmiyyah said Allah is everywhere? He's talking about location, and then he says, no, Allah is above the arsh. He's clearly giving a location.
To affirm what Allah said.
Yeah, he's clearly giving a location. He understands.
No, he's not. How is he giving a location?
Okay, so then why does he make the distinction between being everywhere and being above the arsh?
Because Allah isn't everywhere. Allah doesn't have a position.
Because Allah isn't everywhere.
To negate what the Jahmiyyah have said, it doesn't now mean that his answer is that automatically affirming makan. It doesn't mean that.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't see how that follows. I don't see how that follows.
Okay. Muhammad Ali isn't in the market. He is, a king. Like, what does that have to do with it? I don't care about your status, right? But Qallani is telling them that the Jahmiyyah said that Allah is everywhere.
If Allah has a certain status, he can't be within His creation.
He's not then saying that He's above His status.
If Allah has a certain status, then He can't be within His creation. There's the negation.
On top of that, I'll bring you.
If Allah has a certain status,
like this. I'll bring you all of the.
We can't say that Allah is above the arsh. We can't say that Allah is above.
Now watch this.
Sorry. We say that Allah is above the arsh. We can't say Allah is everywhere. We can't say Allah is everywhere, but we can say that Allah is above the arsh, right? When we talk about above the arsh, we also have a specific meaning to this. Okay, it's very simple. It's not hard to understand.
Okay, so Muhammad Ali, the Jahmiyyah say Allah is everywhere, and then your own scholar says no, Allah is above the arsh. He's giving him a location.
No, he's not. Where does that follow?
So
can you give me a big screen?
He says no, he's not, and Allah is above the arsh.
Okay, you saying no, he's not doesn't solve the issue over here. But wait, real quick, Dior, before you get to that. Now, Dior, we're gonna bring him the athar from the Salaf and see if he follows the Salaf or we follow the Salaf. I'm gonna go with the athar of Mujahid. Ah, man, I love this. We're gonna see if you believe that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was sent next to Allah on the throne. We're gonna see if you follow the Salaf. Mujahid is a student of Ibn Abbas, everybody. The student of Ibn Abbas, radiyallahu anhu. And Ibn Abbas taught, he read the Quran and he taught him it 3 times, and Mujahid got the entire tafsir, ayah by ayah. We have the narrations as well. We have all the evidence for this. Now, if this is the case, that Mujahid is a student of Ibn Abbas, and he would have gotten it from Ibn Abbas, it's either you're telling me Mujahid made a very severe mistake talking about Allah regarding the ghaib that was incorrect, which would make him lose his adala, because we believe that he is adal, or you're going to say that he's a mujassim. If anyone says that Allah is going to sit on the arsh next to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is he mujassim? Yes or no?
If what?
If someone says that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will sit on the throne with Allah, is that tajseem? Yes or no?
The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sitting on the throne is majaz aqli, but Allah sitting on the throne is impossible.
Okay, so what does it mean? The Prophet sitting with Allah.
Where does it say that? One second.
He's gonna share power with him.
It's right there. It's on the screen.
Yo, look. This is. Wait. 1 second. This is a Tabari, right? Muhammad Ali Tabari is not a Mujassim, right?
Because you quoted a Tabari.
Okay.
Now
okay,
Tabari.
cool.
Tabari.
Allah
Wait,
says in the Quran. Okay, cool. Allah says in the Quran.
1 second. No. I'm gonna read.
I'll give you an answer.
I'm gonna read.
Let me give you an answer.
Let me read. Please, let's read the Tabari. قال أبو جعفر. Yo, this is the Tabari speaking. قال أبو جعفر speaking on the Ta'wil. Let me read, brother.
You don't like when I have an answer. Let me give you my answer.
Let me read the Tabari, bro. Please, let me read. Please, I'm begging you. Let me read. Then answer. Let me read.
Okay, let me give my answer. I'm gonna give you the argument. I don't care about the alpha. Okay, let's say
You don't care about it?
You don't care about the
So why
answer.
did you bring the Tabari then? So why would you
Yeah,
bring
I'm gonna read what Tabari said. Okay, look what Tabari said. Abu Ja'far al-Tabari. Abu Ja'far. Let me read, brother, please.
Let me respond. I don't care
Let me
about
read what Tabari said.
you.
Just give your short
I don't
time.
want to
Just give
I
your
want to
short time.
Shubahat. Okay.
It's short time now?
I want to Shubahat. All right.
You cannot
So
calm
this is my
down.
answer. Allah says in the Quran. Allah says in the Quran in Surah.
You quoted a Tabari. Now you have to
Let's
listen
read
to
what
them.
Tabari said, right? He quoted the Tabari. Tabari agrees with his beliefs. Tabari said, قال أبو جعفر الطبري. Tabari is saying, ولكل قول من هذه الأقوال وجه ومذهب. All these saying we have brought, they have their own madhab. غير أن الذي هو أولى بالتأويل الآية. Speaking about the kursi, the best explanation for this ayah, ما جاء به أثر عن الرسول, what has been brought from the Prophet. وهو he brings the hadith until he says, a woman came to the Prophet فقالت أدعي الله أن يدخلني الجنة, ask Allah to bring me to Jannah. فعظم الرب, the Prophet, he exalted Allah. Then he says, إن كرسيه وسع السماوات والأرض, his kursi encompasses the heavens and the earth. وإنه لا يقعد عليه, and he will sit on it. فما يفضل منها مثل 4 أصابع. Then he says, وَإِنَّ لَهُ أَطِيطٌ كَأَطِيطِ الرَّحْلِ الْجَدِيدِ. It makes sound like a new thing. وَإِذَا رَكِبَهُ, when Allah is on it, sits on it, مِنْ ثِقَلِهِ, from his heaviness. Now what Tabari is saying, this is the best explanation, right? Does he believe that Allah sits on the throne, yes or no?
Now you can answer.
No, Allah doesn't say on the throne.
Why is the Tabari saying this is the best explanation?
I'll respond. If you want to continue, you're welcome to continue, and I'll respond. I'll give you a response on why Allah doesn't sit on the throne.
Answer this, please, brother. Answer, please.
I just told you Allah doesn't sit on the throne, and I'll explain.
Okay. Is the Tabari saying that Allah sits on the throne?
No.
Wait. So wait. So what? Wait. 1 second. So Tabari is saying the best explanation is this, but he doesn't believe it. Akhi, like please, bro, don't mark our brains. Do not mark us, man. Yeah, unmute him, Akhi, please.
Let me turn off the thing. You want to mute? Now you can speak.
Yes, Tabari said this is the best explanation, but he disagrees with it. Like what?
Just make me big screen. Make me big screen and let him answer this, please.
You cannot mute.
So what Tabari is saying, the best explanation for the kursi is that Allah sits on it. Is he saying the best explanation is ching tong tong?
Sorry?
Is he saying the best explanation for this verse is jigubla jigubling? Doesn't mean anything?
Because you don't know the meaning.
No.
So you ask me, somebody ask me, what is the kursi? I tell you, it is what Allah sits on.
Okay, the next, you bring one page. The next page, Imam Tabari says that it's not sahih. Okay, so what's your point?
No, wait. Why is the Tabari saying this is the best explanation?
Read the next page.
We don't know.
Why is he saying this is the best explanation?
You're doing tadlis. You think you're gonna play around?
Read it.
If someone says,
Muhammad Ali,
let me respond. Let me give my response.
Yeah, but let me just make it clear. Abu Dawood uses weak ahadith in his kitab and sunnah. Just to let you know.
I'll step on your religion, and you know that, and that's why.
Bro, stop insulting to. Wait. Don't let him run away. Stop insulting to run away. Wait, is it Tabari? Is it Tabari saying? Wait.
Weak hadith in his sunnah, but he believes.
Wait. Don't let him insult. Akhi, wait. No, one second. Are you saying a Tabari?
What is jahil, bro? Let me respond.
Bro, you don't know how to say jahil correctly, bro. Why are you crying for?
Yourself with joy time.
No escape for you, Habibi. There is no escape.
Look. Ikhwa, just to make clear, right? At-Tabari is saying, speaking about the kursi of Allah, saying the best explanation for the kursi is that Allah sits on it. This is what the kursi is. He's saying At-Tabari doesn't believe in this. Why is he saying this is the best explanation? So it's the best explanation, but I don't believe in it? What does that mean? What does it mean, brother? What is this
gibberish? He says it's not sahih. On the next page, he says it's not sahih.
Why is he saying? I'm asking you a simple question. Why is he saying this is the best explanation?
Says he's quoted in the Quran. لا تحزن إن الله معنا, right? So it says Allah is with us. Okay, so if the Prophet ﷺ is sitting on the throne with Allah, it doesn't say, for example, you was to say that, it doesn't even mean that Allah is sitting on the throne.
No, this is no. He's running. Wait. This is not the Prophet sitting with Allah. This is a different narration. He is saying Allah sits without the Prophet here. He is saying the best explanation for the kursi. The best explanation for the kursi, he brings the narration that says Allah sits on it. So if I tell you the best explanation for this, and I bring you a narration, like, how would I be explaining it if I don't believe it's authentic? This is not about al-maqam al-mahmud, brother. You're answering a different shubha. You're not answering this shubha. End showtime. Let everybody speak.
Okay. 1 second.
Let me speak.
Your moderators muted me in the comments
because that hasn't.
If you turn to the next page, you'll see it says it's not sahih.
Wait, Manhaji, wallahi you're lying. Manhaji. Are you saying, look, let's read it. Wait, one second, stop crying. وقال أبو جعفر. Let me read, man. Stop panicking, bro. Oh my God.
Shut up, Jahil. Shut up. Be quiet. Let me talk. Pay attention.
Bro, shut your little pussy, little boy. Shut up, little boy. Go down. Your God can taste my private parts. Stop crying, little boy. Listen, At-Tabari is saying, right? Wait.
Just let him insult. It's fine, bro. Listen. Let me just make a point real quick, guys. The matter of, listen, if something is not authentic or not, that doesn't matter in this case. I'll tell you why. Abu Dawood himself in his Kitab al-Sunnah literally used the weak hadith to prove that Allah is above the throne. I asked him a simple question. This guy said, Wallahi, please clip it for me, Colonel. Please, give me the live. This guy said
that I asked him,
I don't care.
Be quiet.
Muhammad Ali, it doesn't matter if it's weak. He's saying if it's the best of it, if it's the best.
Bro, he's saying it's the best explanation.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Bro, he's saying it's the best explanation. What for?
Give me short time real quick. Because
Imam Shafi'i says, according to Ibn al-Rafa, which he confirms himself, he checks the narration, okay, as he is Ashab al-Awjuh, okay, he says that Imam Shafi'i.
This guy just keeps yapping. We're not arguing about the authenticity. That's a red herring, and I'll tell you why. Because Abu Dawood himself literally uses a weak hadith to prove that Allah is above the throne and distance, right? And I asked you a question, and I'm gonna hold you to this. Honestly. I asked you, did the Jahmiyyah ever once in history say that Allah is not above the throne in status? Since you said that it's status over here, okay? You said yes. Bring me the dalil shar'i. You said that they said that Allah is not above the throne in status historically. Now you have to bring the dalil shari because you have made iftira. You have to bring the dalil shari. Muhammad Ali, bring the dalil. We are asking you, everybody, type in the comments, everybody, bring the dalil, Muhammad. Bring the dalil. If you don't bring the dalil, you will be given a yo-yo and you will not be allowed on the forum. Bring the dalil shari. You have said that Jahmiyyah that they have said that Allah is not above the throne in status. Bring the dalil shari. Unmute your mic. Bring the dalil. Do you have the dalil? Yes or no?
Even Abu Dawud 4726, he uses the narration of Julus to refute the Jahmiyyah, even though it's weak. But it doesn't matter.
I can let him bring the dalil, because then we're going to go to Athar Mujahid and see if he's a real follower of the Salaf.
Yeah, so as I was saying, firstly, unmute me in the comments because you're wallahi.
Okay. You're talking to me right now. Do you have the dalil al-shar'i?
Actually, layman is peak.
Okay, do you have the dalil al-shar'i? Yes or no?
So I told you to turn to the next page. You refuse. Why? Because you know it refutes you.
It's a red herring. Listen, do you have the dalil al-shar'i? Yes or no?
And I will bring
do you have the dalil that the Jahmiyyah said Allah is not above the throne of status? Yes or no?
I asked you what?
Do you have the dalil that the Jahmiyyah
Why are you running back? Why are you running back to
because I'm holding you to it. We're not running.
Why are you running back to that? We were discussing Julus and now you're running. We were discussing Julus and now you're running. You see this?
Because the Jahmiyyah denied Julus.
This has to do with it.
Why are you running back to the Athar Mujahid?
I
already asked what the Athar Mujahid.
Why are you running back to what the Jahmiyyah said? You want to debate Julus?
Let's go back to
I'm here
Julus.
for Julus.
Okay, let's go back to Julus.
Smoking you on Julus. You
so
can't answer
let's
my
go back to
question.
beautiful. You know what? Since you couldn't bring evidence on that, let's go back to Julus.
Explain.
Is the Athar Mujahid authentic? Yes or no?
No, it's not sahih. It's
Okay. So, is there possibly any ijma' on this matter?
Whoa.
Possibly. Let me just ask you this: if the Salaf if no one weakened it for 160 years, right? Would this be something that they consider authentic?
Why did the Salaf?
I didn't hear your question, by the way.
He said it's weak. So let me just tell you, right? So let's just go to Maqam Mahmoud. Let's go to this.
On this narration.
Let me just ask you what this means, okay? Let's just see. Abdul Wahhab al-Warraq, right? What does he say? And by the way, this is 251 Hijri when he died. للذي رد فضيلة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم جعله على العرش. His Islam is excused. فهو متهم على الإسلام. Ibrahim al-Asbahani, he says that the ulama have narrated this hadith, and he calls it a hadith. He calls it a hadith. For 160 years, and no one rejected it except for Ahl Bid'ah. Okay? Can you tell me why they called people Jahmiyyah for rejecting this athar, and they said that 160 years and no one dared to reject it? Can you please answer that? Tell me if that's weak. Yeah, but go ahead, Habibi. I'll mute his mic. Go ahead, Habibi. Yeah, go ahead, Habibi. Go ahead, Habibi. Unmute his mic. Go ahead, Habibi. Can you answer why you said that it's weak? Are you better than the Salaf? Are you better than the Salaf over here?
Man.
Answer my question. Unmute him.
I don't know why he's
there. Yeah, answer. Are you better than the Salaf over here? And give me what's it called? Super mod. Give me the super mod.
You're playing games, or you're playing games. You don't even.
Are you better than the Salaf over here?
Bro, you don't even let me respond.
I need you to answer, because when you say you let me respond, you act like the Wahdat al-Wujud guy, and you never answer points.
Al-Tabari brings narrations of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam first. He writes them first.
I'm asking you to respond. Kitab Sunnah al-Khallal, is this book authentic?
Pardon?
Kitab Sunnah al-Khallal, it's weak, right?
Yes.
Okay. Kitab Sunnah al-Khallal is weak, right? Kitab Sunnah by the son of Imam Ahmad is weak, right?
Yes, according to Imam Dahabi.
Naqd al-Darimi is weak, right? Naqd al-Darimi is also weak, right?
Pardon?
Naqd al-Darimi is also weak, right?
I'm not sure about Naqd al-Darimi, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, you're not sure? Well, Kawthari says that he's a Mujassim.
What books do you have from the Salaf?
So, yeah, I'm just very curious, Habibi. What books do you have from the...
I'm not sure if it's weak as a book.
My question to you is, what books do you have from the Salaf then? What books do you have from the Salaf?
A few books you have from the Salaf.
Imam Tabari's Tafsir, Tariq al-Tabari. What else can I bring?
Wait, Tariq al-Tabari is... I'm talking about Athar. I'm talking about Athar you have from the Salaf.
You're asking for...
Al-Fiqh al-Akbar. Wait, Al-Fiqh al-Akbar. Can you tell me the first person to quote this book?
No. Why would I know the first Muslim quote?
Oh, can you? I wonder why it's 100, 200 years after Abu Hanifa. Why was it a Mu'tazili who first quoted it? That's a bit fishy for me. Wait, so the same standard that you put on Fiqh al-Akbar. Do you want to discuss why you accept Fiqh al-Akbar and why you reject Kitab Sunan al-Khallal? But it's okay. You reject Kitab Sunan al-Khallal. Let's just go ahead and say Athar Mujahid. If this goes back to Mujahid, it would be Tajsim. You agree?
If what goes back to Mujahid? The narration on Julus?
Yeah.
It doesn't go back to Mujahid, so I'm not going to say it does.
It doesn't. Okay. So let's just go ahead and you explain this for me now. Yalla Habibi, please.
I love how you have like 6 people trying to smash me and you can't even answer simple questions. Wallahi, it's a joke for religion.
Yes.
This is why I never ever appreciate myself.
Yes, Habibi. Yalla Habibi.
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for you to respond. I'll wait as long as it takes. We are got to do Nuzul sometimes.
No problem. Guys, just let me finish it. Let me finish it him. No, it don't go back to Mujahid. For who said that? Man. For who said it? Because I'm gonna stop trolling. Bro, I can act like Ahmad. So tell me why. You tell it me now. For that, why Al-Dhahabi said it, no doubt it go back to Mujahid. Why?
He doesn't.
Does he accept? Do you
He
accept
did not said it.
Wait. Where does Al-Dhahabi say this?
You accept the Dhahabi?
I bring it to Al-Dhahabi now.
Al-Dhahabi doesn't say this in Siyar Alam al-Nubala. It doesn't matter.
What?
Because in Siyar Alam al-Nubala, okay, if he says something that contradicts, for example, say Kitab al-Ulu or Kitab al-Arsh, considering Siyar Alam was written after, okay, this is basic Ilm al-Rijal. Considering Siyar Alam was written after, it means that anything in these books was just rejected. And also Kitab al-Ulu anyways, which is probably where you're going to quote, is actually rejected on
book,
Imam Dhahabi's own words.
Because he have it another book for that he weekend old book.
According to his scribe, in the Shaykh, in the Hassan Ali Saqaf edition of the book, there's literally a photograph of the manuscript saying that I'm warning the reader of this book. I'm warning the reader of this book.
Give it me big screen.
Okay? So Kitab al-Arsh again came before Siyar Alam. It came before Siyar Alam. It doesn't matter. It came before Siyar Alam. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can't bring that.
Okay, Al-Razi had it book before. Okay, beautiful. I accept you.
You have nothing.
You said. Give me Supermarket. Because he said everybody watch this, because he said this book came before that book, therefore we don't take it.
That is literally basic. The fact you don't know
really, it's basic. Okay, Al-Razi wrote did Al-Razi write one book? Did Al-Razi only write one book? Hey, did Al-Razi only write one book? Did Al-Razi only write one book? Yes or no? Did Al-Razi only write one book?
No, that's not what I said.
For that, we
if Siyar Alam has contradictive beliefs to Kitab al-Arsh and Kitab al-Ulu, how is it possible to take both of them?
Tell me one scholar,
came after? It's a very simple question. It's a very simple question.
Bring it me a one scholar.
If the books are in line with each other, then yes, we take the books depending on the time period. It doesn't matter.
This guy
considering Al-Dhahabi repented, okay, we're not going to take...
No, super... Okay, listen. Muhammad, you made a claim. Because Kitab al-Arsh comes before, therefore, it's rejected. This is basic Ilm al-Rijal. Can you give me a source for that? Go ahead. Yalla, Habibi, please.
If someone repents and writes a book that's contradictory to the book...
Can you show me his repentance? Can you show me his repentance? Yalla, Habibi, please. It's very simple. Can you give me his repentance? Yalla, Habibi.
If someone it's very simple. If you look at Siyar,
can you give me his repentance?
Okay, cool. Kitab al-Ulu and Kitab al-Arsh have similar narrations.
Which volume his repentance, Habibi? Which volume his repentance, Habibi? Which volume?
No, you said he repented.
Which volume his repentance? Yalla.
Let me talk, you
Which volume his repentance?
Let me talk.
Which volume his repentance? Answer me. Which volume? Which volume?
Nasiha al-Dhahabiyah.
Okay,
this is in Sir Alam. Yalla, which volume is it, Habibi?
Which
You said
volume
he
of
only
what?
takes it out of
Yalla,
Nubala.
which volume in Sir he gives his repentance? Yalla.
Okay, I never said his repentance is in
Oh,
Siyar.
oh, he never said repentance. Okay, beautiful.
I never said it's in
So now
Siyar.
answer.
I
So
never
now
said it was
answer.
written in
Yes, you did.
Siyar. I never said it was. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Wallahi, I
Yes,
never
you
said
did.
that.
Yes, you
I never
did.
said
Yes,
it's
you
written
did.
in Siyar. I
Yes,
never
you
said that.
did.
I said
Yes, you
that
did.
his repentance
You said
No.
verbatim,
is
if it's
known
not Siyar
through the
al-Nubala, you
fact
don't,
You
you don't
said
matter.
Siyar
you
Alam
did.
al-Nubala. It
You did.
contradicts what is written in Kitab al-Arsh and Kitab al-Ulu, which were written before. It's not
No,
very hard to
no,
understand.
no. Okay,
A
said
five-year-old
okay,
can
where does he
understand it, and
contradict
you're
this? Where does he
30.
contradict
You're
this?
30 and you don't understand a bit.
Where does he contradict
Don't
this?
insult.
Now
Don't
watch,
insult,
everybody.
man.
He said
Stick to the
that
topic.
Dhahabi does not say that this hadith goes back to Mujahid. Watch. يقعد محمد على العرش. Watch what he says. He says وهذا حديث ثابت عن مجاهد. You said anybody who affirmed this is mujassim. Yalla habibi, call Mujahid mujassim. Yalla habibi, please. Call habibi, yalla, call Mujahid mujassim. And you said, because Kitab al-Arsh comes before his other books, therefore it's basic ilm al-rijal. Can you give me one scholar who precede you in this?
In Siyar,
Can you give me one scholar who? Can you give me one scholar?
Let me talk, bro.
Yeah, can you give me one scholar who preceded
I
you?
step on your creed, bro. Pay
Can you
attention.
give me one scholar who preceded you in
Calm
this?
down. Just stick to the
Stephanie is
topic.
younger than you, and
Yalla
I'm teaching you on your own religion. Be quiet.
Yalla habibi,
Don't need
please
to
give me
cry,
one
okay?
scholar.
You half
Can you
baked.
Give me
Stick
one
to the
scholar
topic.
who precede you in this, please, habibi, please.
Listen, pay
Just
attention. Put yourself on mute. Put yourself on mute and pay attention.
Yalla
Pay
habibi.
attention when your ustad is talking, okay?
Yalla
Yalla, put yourself on
Muhammad
mute. Yalla,
habibi,
yalla. Put yourself on mute. Put
please.
yourself on mute.
Can you give me one scholar who preceded you in this?
Okay.
Dhahabi
Preceding with what?
Where is evidence? We will like
And
to
what
see.
you just said, it's basic Amr Rijal, because his Kitab
If
al-Arsh
someone
came
writes a
before.
contradictive book at a later point in their life, it is clear that they have abandoned the beliefs of their former
there
self.
must have been a scholar who called this out.
Obviously.
There must have been a
I
scholar
don't
who
even
called this
need
out.
to bring a
Can
scholar
you give
to
me?
prove
Can
that.
you give
It's
me
basic,
one?
like,
Can
it's
you
such
give
a
me
simple thing to
one
understand.
scholar?
Okay.
Can you give me one scholar who preceded you in this?
NCR, volume 5, okay, under the biography of Abu Al-Sanad Abdullah ibn Zakwan. Okay.
Volume 5, page what?
He says.
Page what?
I'm not sure the page. One sec.
You're not sure? Go get the page, Habibi, please. Yalla, Habibi, please.
We find out today at Dhahabi repented.
One sec.
And by the way, I don't have to constantly say I'm wiping the floor with you because I know I am. Because I'm not insecure.
With anyone, bro.
Because I'm not insecure.
Answered my question.
Right?
You still haven't answered my question.
I'm not insecure. I don't have to constantly say it because I know I am.
You still get stuff done.
Because I know I am. I don't have to say it. I don't have to call it out like 10 times. I know I am. I'm confident in myself, unlike you. I'm not insecure. Yalla, Habibi, please show me contradiction. Show me his repentance. Habibi, please. Yalla. Man. Yalla, Habibi. Please.
Okay, so
Nubala doesn't say that. If it's not Siyar al-Nubala, it doesn't matter. Any of the book is just...
That's yeah, like I need to show who preceded him in this, you know? Just like when he claimed, and it's recorded, I'm gonna post this. He said that Jahmiyyah rejected Allah's above the throne status.
Let me talk.
Baboonery. Yalla habibi. Which page? Which page it?
In volume 7 of page 600.
You said it volume 7, I have it in volume 5. Now for I need to get up because you cook it, I get a volume 7, page what?
600.
Page 600. Which print? Publisher?
I'm not sure the publisher. It should be any of
You're not a sure publisher. You give me a source for that.
I don't think
you
the
cook it
publisher
yourself.
matters in this case. I don't think
Publisher don't matter.
I don't think the publisher matters.
Mr. Muhammad, a publisher it matter. It have
I
different.
said in this case. Did you hear my words?
It have a different. For I need looking at the source myself.
Bro,
I need looking because you claim you higher than all a scholar. They don't knowing. Al-Dhahabi contradicting himself. But Muhammad Ali, alhamdulillah, Muhammad Ali, he figured that Dhahabi contradicting himself. Kitab al-Arsh, all da'if.
You know what's funny? Is
Kitab
Islam has a more coherent belief system than you. The fact he believes the earth is flat and that Allah is above it makes more sense
red
than
herring.
the earth being round and
Beautiful
Allah
red herring. Yeah, Habibi. Beautiful red herring. Since you couldn't contend in this topic, I'm going to ask you the question now. Since you couldn't contend in this topic, what is the difference between being nowhere? What is the difference between being nowhere and non-existence?
Okay, if Allah has no beginning and no end, right?
I'm not asking you that. I said
No,
what
no,
is the
I'm answering your
distinction?
question. I'm answering your question.
No, you're not. I asked you. I didn't ask you about
stupid
Allah.
question.
I didn't ask you about Allah.
You're
I
saying
didn't
that
ask
it's
you
the
about
category.
Allah.
You're saying
I
that.
didn't
You're
ask you
saying
about
that if
Allah.
Allah has no
Hello?
makan.
No,
you're
I
saying-
didn't. I didn't say about Allah. I asked you what is the distinction.
Don't play games. Don't play
I
games. I know
asked
your
you a
arguments in and
question.
out. I know your arguments in and
What
out.
is
Don't play games. Don't play games. Don't
what
play games.
is the
Don't play
distinction?
games.
Whether
If
it's
you
Allah,
wanna say-
whether
you
it's
wanna-
me, whether it's anything. What is the distinction
something has
between
no
being
makan, it doesn't
nowhere
exist.
and non-existence?
Very simple. Allah doesn't have a beginning and Allah doesn't have an end. Does that mean He doesn't exist?
Okay, thank you so much for not
that mean
answering
Allah
my
doesn't
question.
have- does
What
that mean that Allah
is
doesn't exist?
the distinction
Does
of
that
being
mean that Allah doesn't
nowhere
exist?
and non-existent?
We know what you're getting at. Don't play games with me, boy.
Yalla,
Don't play
habibi,
games with me. I will
please.
cook your 30-year-old self.
Yalla,
Man.
habibi,
Don't play games with me. Answer.
please.
Okay?
Yalla, habibi,
You want to
answer
say that since
If
Allah
I
has no
can't-
makan,
if
He
I
doesn't
can't
exist
point
because
to
this is a
something-
category of non-existence. Well, Allah doesn't have a beginning or an end, even according to you, which means that Allah can't exist now. Since this is
Wait, Muhammad Ali, you believe
this is,
Allah existed before
a
created?
category. This is
Muhammad Ali, are you
what's it
being?
called?
Hold on, let me ask you something. Are you being stupid
How
on
did Allah
purpose?
exist before
This is an
creation?
attribute of something that doesn't exist.
Wait, are you being stupid on purpose?
Are you being stupid on purpose? You can't
No,
answer.
I think you
can't
are because
answer,
I asked
can't
you a
answer,
very
can't
clear
answer. You're playing
question.
games and you
I
think
asked
I
you
won't
the
step on
I
you
asked
like I
you
am
the
right now.
distinction.
I'm
And by the way, this distinction applies after there's creation. Obviously, because where is this is going to be relative. Where is relative? If there's no creation, then there's not going to be where to.
Answer.
There won't be a where to be applied with to begin with.
Answer,
So
yalla.
it's my question was very clear, Muhammad.
Answer.
What is the distinction right now
Answer.
of something being nowhere and not existing?
What is the difference?
Again, we both know what you're getting at. We both know what you're getting at.
Yes, we know what I'm getting at. I'm burying
Okay,
you.
so
So
I'm not
answer my
gonna play
question.
into
Yes,
your
I'm
games.
burying
I'm
you.
not playing
And
into
now
your
answer my
games.
question, Habibi. Yalla, Habibi,
I'm not playing into
please.
your games.
What is the difference between being nowhere and non-existence right now? Yalla.
If something, okay, do my thoughts exist?
Yes, they do.
Okay, do they have a location?
But it's abstract! You have made Allah like in your mind, Habibi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have made Allah in your mind. Allahu Akbar. You have made Allah abstract. You have made Allah abstract. You cooked yourself. Thank you so much.
I never said Allah is abstract.
Does this
You
apply
put
to
that on
Allah?
me.
Yes or
You
no?
put that on me. You
Does this
put that
apply
on
to
me.
Allah? Yes or no?
You put that on me.
No,
you
answer.
put
Does this
that on
apply
me.
to Allah? Yes or
Okay,
no?
I asked you a question.
Does this apply to Allah? Yes or no? You buried yourself. You buried your religion. You became an atheist.
Something that exists.
Does this apply to Allah? Yes or no? Does this apply to Allah? Yes or no?
Does what apply to Allah?
You gave the example of thoughts. Does this apply to Allah? Because thoughts are not anywhere. Therefore, this could be applied to Allah. That Allah could be nowhere.
That's not what
yes
I said.
or no?
I gave you an example. I'm using.
You gave me an example of something that's abstract. Thoughts are abstract. Thoughts are abstract.
Proof by contradiction. Proof by
You want me to give you? You want me to give you the P and not P?
By contradiction. Proof by
You want me to give you the P and not P?
I never said Allah is not a concept. I never said Allah is a concept. Sorry.
Okay, so then why did you give me
Proof by
thoughts?
contradiction.
Why did you give me
That's
thoughts?
all it is. It's just
Why did you give me thoughts then? Why did you compare him to thoughts?
One contradiction of your statement.
Why did you give the comparison to thoughts, Habibi, please? Allah is a
Yeah, and that
concept in
doesn't
your
follow because your God is
view.
supposed to be seen. Your God can be seen.
Yalla,
It's
yalla,
attributes.
habibi, ma'a
Okay.
salama. You believe your God is concept. You cook it yourself. I will be getting full live from Colonel and recording and posted it on you because you admit. And that's how I bury you guys. I make you guys fall into Allah being a concept.
You're doing tadlis, bro. You're doing tadlis.
Okay. So can this analogy? Okay, then can this analogy be applied to Allah?
Okay, if I say,
Can
okay,
this analogy be applied to Allah? Answer
Answer
my question. No, can this analogy be applied to
30-year-old
Allah?
man and you're getting stomped on.
Can this analogy be applied to Allah?
Stop the ad hoc. Stop the ad hoc. Stop the ad hoc.
Can this analogy be applied to Allah? Yes or no?
You absolute clown. Let me answer.
Can this analogy be applied to
can
Allah?
I say that? Can I say a pen?
Can this analogy be
a pen is
applied
clever
to
or stupid? Can I say a pen is clever or stupid?
Oh, it's a category error then.
Can
Can
I
you
say
prove
a
it's a
pen?
category
Exactly,
error?
it is a category error.
Okay, if it's a category error, okay, can you justify it being a category error? So now we're going back.
This is what you're trying.
When you claim that it's a category error, you have to justify that it's a category error. So
Allah
watch.
doesn't have a beginning nor an end. Therefore, it doesn't exist. This is your logic. This is your logic. This is your own logic that I slap you with. I slap you.
No, but you believe God can be seen, Muhammad. That doesn't work. You believe Allah can be seen, though. You believe Allah can be seen, though. But you believe God can be seen. But you believe God can be seen, though.
Joke to Ibn
But you
Taymiyyah.
believe
Ibn Taymiyyah. You see, Ibn Taymiyyah.
But you believe he can be seen, Muhammad. You believe he can be seen.
Muhammad, you don't have to
You believe
panic.
God can be seen,
Muhammad,
though.
you don't have to panic,
If I bring a
Habibi.
pen,
It's
use it
okay.
properly. This pen, where's my pen?
Okay, I'll answer you. I'll answer you about the pen, Habibi. If you claim this is category error because this same concept would apply onto Allah.
Okay.
Now it goes back to my question.
You see this
If
pen?
it's truly
is this pen
a
smart or
category,
stupid? Is this pen smart or stupid?
Are you stupid? if it's truly a category error. My question wasn't whether it's a category error. For you to justify that it's a category error, you have to prove that it's a category error.
I'm proving that it's a category error.
You can prove it for the pin. You can't prove it for Allah.
Proof by contradiction.
You can prove it for the pin, but you can't prove it for Allah. This is completely just diverting from the question. If Allah is nowhere, are you applying? Can you apply that analogy? Yes or no? Can you apply that analogy? No, it's a category error for the pen. Now, can you prove that?
So Allah
okay, exactly. So can you prove that it's a category error for Allah? Can you prove it? Can you prove that it's a category error for Allah? Can you prove it? What's the argument that it's a category error? No, you didn't prove it. You're just asserting it. Are you stupid? Listen, Muhammad, are you being stupid on purpose?
We're talking about an attribute of Allah.
Okay. So now I'm gonna bring you something. Okay, so now I'm gonna. So now watch this.
Be eternal.
Okay, now watch this. Okay, Muhammad. Okay, Muhammad. Now I'm gonna watch this. Now Muhammad, calm down. It's okay. I'm gonna hold your hand, Habibi. I'm gonna hold your hand through it. It's okay, Habibi. Calm down. Calm down, Habibi. You don't have to insult. It's okay, Habibi. It's okay, Habibi. Calm down. I'm gonna hold your hand here. Don't worry, Habibi. So you said it's a category error. Now watch this, everybody. Watch this. I'm gonna say, Muhammad, Allah is concrete, correct?
Huh?
Allah has extramental existence, correct?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, every concrete being, right? Every concrete thing that exists is spatial. Prove to me wrong. Prove me wrong. Go.
Okay. Is Allah spatially extended?
That's not my question.
You're asking a question with a question.
That's not my question. My question, you stupid. Everything concrete is a spatial. I didn't asking you, is Allah spatially extended?
I know your argument. I know what you're trying to get.
I brought you a question. And you need to prove it to me. You need to prove to me that this is a category error. Justify that what I just said to you right now is a category error. Just because you're not answering. Justify that this is a category error. My claim is this now. Every concrete thing is spatial. Every concrete thing is spatial. Is this a category error?
But anyways, as I was saying, answer my question.
You are coward. You have
لعنة الله على الكوثري الملعون في جهنم. على كوثري. Colonel, I need this live, by the way. Bro, just bring him back up. Don't bring him back up after he insulted. Don't bring him back up after he insulted.
He said Allah is a concept.
Don't bring him back up after he insulted. We already proved that his God is a concept. Like,
Your God
is
a concept.
Everybody, he claimed that this is a category error. This is the easiest response, right? When they claim that something is a category error, they must justify it, right? When I tell him everything concrete, he agreed that Allah is concrete. Everything concrete is therefore spatial. Can he justify that this is not a category error? Because I can just simply do what he's doing and just say, oh, I proved it. You know, look, everything that I see is spatial, therefore, and everything that's concrete that I see is spatial, therefore, this applies. And if he can't prove me wrong, then I would say that it's not a category error, and he can't justify otherwise. But he wanted to insult Ibn Taymiyyah and run away because he got absolutely molested intellectually today. That was like the easiest debate I ever had with an Ash'ari, by the way. He's like a tier F. If that's one of your guys, he's tier F, not even D. F. This guy brought me the example of thoughts being nowhere but existing. You can't actually, like, I can point to my brain, right? But I just grant that to him. The thoughts are nowhere, everybody. But guess what? They're in your mind. And I made him fall into that. I made him fall into that deep ditch that he had no escape from. That Allah is abstract in his view. Because the only thing that he'll tell me that is nowhere, that exists, is abstract things, guys. Abstract. They don't have causal efficacy. His God can't cause anything. His God is an abstract concept. It's just a concept. And he thought that he thought that I didn't know that he was going to respond by saying something abstract. I led you there, Muhammad, into that deep ditch where you buried yourself. I led you there. I played you, son. I played you. Alhamdulillah for Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. We have brought the Dalil Shari. He has made iftira. He will not be allowed on the forum. He will need to repent before he comes on the forum. We have brought the Dalil Shari.
Man.
Alhamdulillah.
Bro, you're so scared you couldn't even respond. Wallahi.
Okay, so are you willing to go back to your point about the abstract? Or do you want to answer my
So I answered your
question?
question. I answered your question
Okay.
by skipping
So
ahead.
are you, which one are you going to answer? Are you going to answer my claim?
Because I asked you if Allah
Are you going to answer my question that I brought you? I didn't ask if he's spatially extended. I asked you a clear question. You claim the pin not knowing or not being smart or ignorant is a category error. طيب.
Bro,
I say everything that is concrete is spatial. Can you prove me otherwise?
What's concrete? Define it.
It's something that has experimental existence.
No special pleading.
Name me one thing experimental that's not spatial. Go ahead.
No special pleading, man.
Silence. Like, get out of here, pussy. That's what I thought.
Yo, but the thing about Tabari, I don't get it. They were saying what? Like it's like Tabari is saying the best explanation for the question is this. I don't get why.
No, but it's weak. It is weak. It is. That's not the point.
Hold on, I gotta.
That was crazy. We're going to clip it. You're saying that Allah is a concept.
Man,
That's insane. You made so many outrageous claims today. So many.
You didn't give me a proper definition. You didn't give me a proper definition. You did circular reasoning. I asked you to is Allah. You said, can you name one thing that's not? I don't remember. What was your original question?
He's on a call.
Huh?
He's on a phone call. Yo, Aqlani, why did the Sahaba?
No, I don't want to talk to you, Dior. You're like level 0 taming, bro. Like you're the lowest of the tamings, man. Like you need to study your creed, please. You're like the equivalent of Hamza, who believes Allah is coming to Damascus. So be quiet, please. I only want to speak to you.
Yeah. You're not gonna disrespect
level 1
me,
taming, you know?
Yeah. Stop. Your mom, she's gonna come back to your room like last time when you were screaming, and she was like, "Shut up!" And you went on mute. You were like this. So, bro, please respect yourself, man.
man. What's the difference between existent and nowhere? Are your thoughts?
By the way, I got the clip. I think I'm gonna post it. You know, this guy, he was screaming last time. He was like, ah! And then his mom came in the room. She was like, shut your mouth.
Yo, like, Colonel, Colonel, I need that whole live, bro.
Yeah, we're going to clip you guys. There's so many things
I need the whole live.
They just
not just displaying with my
the only book we take from a Dhahabi.
Did you come up with an answer?
One thing that's not
experimental.
Name one thing. What was the question?
One thing that's experimental, right? That is not spatial.
Allah. There you go. That's the answer.
Special pleading.
No, how's that special pleading?
Special pleading?
If Allah is the only thing, say Allah is the only thing. How is that special pleading?
Okay, so you said Allah. I told you everything that's concrete is spatial. Prove to me that this is a category error.
Except Allah. There you go.
Special pleading.
Except Allah, because Allah is not like this.
I said no special pleading.
Except Allah.
No. Allah is like thoughts. Allah is like thoughts. He's like thoughts, though. But he's like thoughts.
Okay, you're not
having special pleading. Let's reject the principle of causality.
No. This is not a principle of causation. This is a category error.
No, I'm saying everything that you special plead. I'm not just saying this. I'm saying you reject you special plead over here. You special plead with the principle of causality. You special plead in many aspects. I'm just listing your belief, Habibi.
Okay,
listen, if you're telling me that's a category error, don't say Allah. Prove to me how it is a category. You have to prove to me how it's not a category error. Don't just say Allah. Prove to me how it's not a category error. Prove to me how it's not a category error. Don't just say Allah. Okay, give me the arguments.
Okay. If Allah is the only thing that doesn't have something that because Allah is not creation, right? Is Allah creation?
No, he's not a creation.
Okay, so there's creation and there's the creator, yes? There's only one creator, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So if Allah has attribute A, okay, and Allah is the only one that has this attribute, it's not special pleading. It's really not hard to understand.
No. I didn't talk about the attribute. I'm talking about everything that is concrete is spatial. You need to give me the argument for this being a category error.
You didn't even give me a proper ma'ani for concrete, right? You didn't give me a proper definition for it. You just like did a little yap session.
What?
Don't bring it back up.
Wait.
I'm working.
No. Wait.
Don't bring it back up. Don't bring it back up, bro. I'm done.
Omar, one second. He said Allah.
Guys, Dior, he did not even know what concrete is. I taught him the meaning of concrete just now. and he's
Now
telling me that I didn't give him a
that.
proper definition. Is this guy slow? Like
No,
he has to
أخي.
be, he has to be like he's being stupid on purpose. I refuse to believe, guys, that he is not being stupid on purpose. Wallahi, I taught him the meaning of concrete, and he's telling me that I did not give him a proper definition. I taught him the fucking meaning just now.
What do you mean by concrete?
This guy is so stupid.
Wait, Omar, he said existing without a place is like attribute A, right? And nobody shares this attribute to Allah, but that's a lie because the whole of creation exists without a place, like the whole of it, right? So the whole of creation shares that attribute with Allah. You can't say it doesn't share it.
Yeah, bro, this guy is so slow.
So the attribute
this is what you do when you're stuck. You just say things to say things, like, right? It's like, oh, you didn't teach me the proper definition. You didn't tell me the definition of concrete. Like Maji, I just taught you what concrete is. You didn't know what concrete meant like 5 minutes ago. You taught from your sheikh, Omar. You learned from your sheikh, okay? I don't call myself a sheikh, but I'm your sheikh, without a doubt.
Man.
He reminds me of like the people like Block Boy, runner, and then when you bring them up, they just embarrass themselves. They say things like, "Wallahi." This guy today, everybody, he said that the Jahmiyyah rejected that Allah was above the throne in status. You will never see him bring a single proof for that. And this is recorded. I'm going to get the whole live. I cannot wait. I am going to...
No clip.
Whew, the amount of stuff that he said today and the amount of blunders, I'm going to have so much fun editing these. I'm going to have so much fun editing these, wallahi. I'm going to have so much fun, brother. Yes.
Impossible for Allah to do julus. Al-Dhahabi repented. The only book we take from Al-Dhahabi is Ala Nubala. Bro, the only difference between existence and nowhere.
No one's, not even a Christian will fall for that, bro. Not even a Christian will fall for that. Not even a Christian. At this point, I need to let the Christians debate him, bro, because he's too washed. He's not able to speak on these matters. And trust me, I'm telling you guys right now, his friends, I guarantee you they're in his DMs or they will be in his DMs and saying, why did you go discuss with him? I guarantee you they're going to be mad at him. I guarantee you they're going to be mad at him because he embarrassed their religion today. He embarrassed their religion. For he said, I bring it you something that nowhere that still existed. And he said,
the thoughts?
Our thoughts. But the thoughts of Habibi, Hamza, he said our thoughts is nowhere but existed. He think I don't walk him in a corner. I want him for said that. Because he said the thoughts, for that he said his God is abstract. His God is abstract. For his God don't exist. His God don't have causal efficacy. For his God don't have causal efficacy. It's a contradiction. Because God, he's the creator of everything. If God, he don't have it causal efficacy, for he cannot create it. Khalas. He become atheist.
The thing I don't get, he said Allah has this attribute of existing without a place, right? But the whole of creation as a whole, it has that attribute, existing without a place.
So brain dead, bro.
So that the whole of creation shares that attribute with your God, like the same identical attribute.
Well, I wasn't expecting to embarrass himself that bad. I thought it was going to be bad, but like that was bad.
He told me, I don't want to talk to you. You're level 1, Tammy.
You're level 1, go on your aqidah, man.
Yeah, look, I don't have to say he got cooked. Everyone else can decide. It's clear what happened. He was in panic mode. Every time I asked him a question, he did the Muslim shuffle, right? You know, he did the Ash'ari shuffle, panic mode. I asked, look, the funniest thing, I asked him, I was like, listen, everything concrete is spatial. And he's like, I'm like, prove to me that this is a category error. You know what he says? Is Allah spatially extended? Like, are you effing, tarded re? Like, are you tarded re? Like, are you okay in the mind? Did I ask you if he's spatially extended? Are you really that desperate to run away from the fact that you said the pen, not being knowledgeable nor ignorant, being not knowledgeable nor ignorant means that it's a category error? Yeah. You are the one that has to justify that. I brought you something that you would have to show me that is not a category error, and you buried yourself.
This new spatial extended. It's because they have this weird definition of jism that they found.
So they'll say that like if the attributes have spatial loci, then that's a jism.
Bro, wallahi, if he brought Prada brought this
Yeah.
argument to me.
It's such a like level 2
Prada brought
argument.
all these Maturidis Ash'aris brought this argument to me in DMs, and I wiped the floor with them.
Yeah, it's not a level 1 argument. It's like a level 2 argument, but it's still like.
Wallahi, if he brings me this argument, I'll make him I will make him, if he's consistent, an atheist. I'm telling you, because I will prove to him that his God is composed.
Yeah.
And his worldview.
Yeah, but what's that Muhammad Ali guy came out?
Yeah, this guy embarrassed himself. Well, he said that God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the whole live, inshallah. Colonel, download it, send it to me. He said that I said name something that's nowhere that doesn't. What's the difference between being nowhere and non-existence? And he said,
Your thoughts?
He ran away. He ran away for a whole 10 minutes, and then finally he answered, and he said, "Thoughts. Our thoughts exist." And I was like,
"Oh my
Come
God,
here.
he's cooked.
Come here, boy."
He's cooked.
Our thoughts are abstract. They have existence, but they're abstract.
Yeah.
They're in your mind.
The answer too. That's what makes it worse. He thought about it real hard, and he said, "Your thoughts." He thought about it real hard.
And then what'd you say after?
We just laughed because his God is
we laughed. We said it's abstract, and then he said, "No, I didn't say that." Why did you give me that analogy? Huh? You think I'm stupid? Why did you bury yourself with your own analogy? Why, Habibi? Why? Too easy. He said Dhahabi. He said the Maqam Mahmud is Tajsim, and he said Dhahabi doesn't say it goes back to Mujahid. Then when I proved to him that Dhahabi does, he says Kitab al-Arsh is retracted. So the argument is that Dhahabi doesn't, and then afterwards you backtrack and say no.
But they have to prove
it.
That's an assertion.
And then I asked him to prove it, and then he gives me Sir Alam al-Nubala, and I said, "What's the volume and page?" He gives me the volume and page. I said, "Which print?" And he said, "The print doesn't matter." Are you mentally ill? What do you mean the print doesn't matter?
He said the only book.
Come here, Muhammad, come here. What do you mean the print doesn't matter? There's different prints. Different prints have different. The reference will be different volumes and different pages.
Not the same. What the hell,
bro? Like,
that's where he was gonna bring the list of the ulama that affirmed it.
I need that clip. I'm gonna make it the biggest meme, and I'm gonna put it on.
Yes, Habibi. Yes. I will cook it. I will get it for you, nice and beautiful. We're gonna make sure everybody knows that he said his God is abstract.
We're making this pop. We're going.
Yeah, add some nice editing there too.
Like it's going to be the most troll editing ever, bro. Like I'm gonna make them look so bad.
Yes, sir. No, we got you. Yeah, very easy. Look, he made the mistake of coming over here and talking to his sheikh. He made the mistake. If he wants to, be smart, don't come over here. Just like his boys don't. Just like all of them were yapping in the comments, not even man enough to come up and let him do that. He's the one that made the mistake. He did this to himself. He's the one that got himself clipped. He's the stupid one that thought that he could go against us when his whole position, aql and naql, gets reduced into donkey doo-doo.
Just, bro, like, because you can really... But did you press him on the difference between something non-existent and... Sorry, something having nowhere and something being non-existent?
That's what I asked him. And then he said, he waited for like 10 minutes running back and forth, and then he said thoughts. I was like, okay, Allah is no. And then he said that we're the Jahmiyyah. I granted him his argument about Allah being, in every direction. Right? I granted him the argument, and I said, how does that prove that we're Jahmiyyah though? And I said, the Jahmiyyah believe that Allah is in creation, right? And he said, yes. And I said, Tayyib, Allah is not in creation in this, is he? And he agreed. He conceded to that. And then I said, now I'm going to prove that you're a Jahmi, right? I brought him from the Salaf. That the Jahmiyyah said that there's nothing on the throne. Now you tell me, if Allah's nowhere, you said that he's nowhere, that he's not on the throne. This guy said, Wallahi, he said, I asked him, did the Jahmiyyah ever once say that Allah is not above the throne of status? He said, yes.
What is your proof? I don't know the Jahmiyyah creed. I did not study the Jahmi creed.
You ask him for the proof. No proof whatsoever for this. He said, I don't have to bring it and this and that.
We know the Jahmiyyah did not.
You don't have to. This is a big claim. So why? Then I asked him, why did your Sheikh Baqallani say that the Jahmiyyah said Allah is everywhere, and then he affirms that Allah is above the throne? Why did he give a location? It's like me saying, Muhammad, You're not in your house.
Even better, Omar, is the Ibn Mubarak.
It's like saying, yeah, I know Ibn Mubarak, but it's like saying this. I told him, it's like saying Muhammad is not in his house. He is the king in status. Like, what are you saying? That's not what I'm asking. That's not what he's saying. Do you really belittle your scholar? Do you really belittle the Salaf that much to think that they would say the Jahmiyyah said Allah is everywhere, and then they refuted them by saying no, he is here, he's above the throne, and now they're talking about above the throne in status. And I asked him for evidence. Bring evidence that they said that Allah is above the throne in status. None. Cooked himself.
Bro, he's so cooked for that, bro.
He cooked it himself.
I'm gonna get that clip. I'm gonna say, this is a student of Minhaji.
Bro, wallah, he embarrassed himself so bad.
Student of Minhaji renders Allah down to a concept.
Down to a concept, yeah. Down to a concept, wallahi. Like and he thinks that I'm stupid, right? He said, boom! It's look, didn't he, Colonel? I think he did at that moment. He said, your thoughts, boom, boom. I want the floor with you.
Did they exist? Boom.
He said, boom, boom. I want the floor with you. And I was like, okay. Your thoughts are abstract, Habibi. Who did you wipe the floor with? Your thoughts are abstract. You thought that I didn't walk you into this? I took your hand and led you into the deep pit of doo-doo.
Man, fall for the trap.
I led you into this pit of shit, right? Because your thoughts are abstract. Something that's abstract does not have causal efficacy. And if something mind-dependent doesn't have causal efficacy, you can't call your God the creator.
Yeah.
You could have just done special pleading instead. Even special pleading would have been better than that. But he just buried himself.
Yeah, he just buried. Even special pleading would have been better than that. Like, that was just funny, bro.
That was funny.
My boy said thoughts, and he said, boom, boom. Ah. I wiped the floor with you, Tamies. Ah, boom, boom, boom. And it's like, wait, but thoughts are abstract.
Bro, dog is hungry and pretty his own
genome. Exist in the mind, brother.
Thoughts are abstract. Yeah. Allahu mawjudun
bila
makan became Allah laysa mawjud. According to
they go around screaming that.
That's the new variant. That's the 2024 variant.
Yeah, that's the 2024 variant. Allahu mawjudun fi dhihn. Allahu mawjudun fi dhihn. He's only mawjud in the mind, guys. He's abstract. That's his belief. So today we see he tried to prove that we're the Jahmiyyah. All we did was prove that he is the Jahmi. And he weakened all the Kutub al-Sunnah and all the books of the Salaf. This absolute joke, said Tariq al-Tabari, is a way
the book of the Salaf.
His aqidah from the Salaf, the book of the Salaf. Tariq al-Tabari? Really? Tariq al-Tabari? A history book? You're going to bring me Tariq al-Tabari to prove your... Go ahead, open Tariq al-Tabari and prove to me your aqidah from the Salaf, Habibi. Yalla, go ahead. Yalla, Habibi, please.
Tariq al-Tabari, it says that Abu Bakr said that Allah is in the heavens. That's the only quote I know.
Low IQ.
Man.
But I wanted to ask him. Yeah, I wanted to ask him, like, why did the Sahaba differ if the Prophet saw Allah or not only after the Isra? Like, what's the difference? Why didn't they differ before the Isra?
The only reason why I didn't, Dior, I didn't like, I kind of like went on him most is because he just yaps. He just talks over people. He's in panic mode. Everybody, he is in panic mode. How many times did I ask him like this? Calm down, Habibi. It's okay, Habibi. Calm down.
Omar, did you see what he said? I'm going to step on your religion. Your God is this. Your God is that. I got some screenshots. Like, he was commenting while you were speaking. He was saying, what is this God? I step on your religion. I step on you. I step on your God.
He's in panic mode.
He got stepped on.
We understand. He's in panic mode, Habibi.
That's just what happens.
He's in panic mode. I get it. He kept speaking over us and acting as if like, 3v1. Bro, it was like literally just me and him most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
He talked to Dior about the Tabari thing. Like, he's in panic mode. Let him be in panic mode. He's showing, right?
But I don't see how a Tabari look. Let me put it again on the screen. Let's just read it together, right? I don't see how a Tabari is saying that, like, Like if you're saying it's weak, it doesn't matter.
It
That's not the
doesn't
point.
matter. That has no.
Look what he said, like,
Abu
right?
Dawood brings weak hadith in his Sunnah. He believed in it and used it against the Jahmiyyah. Was he a donkey for that?
Abu Dawood 4726 against
No,
the
this is
Jahmiyyah.
this is not Maqam Mahmud. He was trying to refute Maqam al-Mahmud.
Yeah.
This is not Maqam Mahmud. This is speaking in وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض, right? He's saying, look, he says وقال أبو جعفر الطبري ولكل قول من هذه الأقوال وجه مذهب. Speaking before, every قول has a مذهب. غير أن الذي هو الأولى بالتأويل, but the best to explain this تأويل الآية ما جاء به الأثر عن الرسول. So if he's telling me the best way to explain this ayah is this athar, and he doesn't believe in it, why is he telling me?
Exactly. Like Abu Dawood brings a weak hadith, right?
Yeah.
Is it just automatically? Was Abu Dawood a donkey for using this against the Jahmiyyah?
Nope.
So you look at Tabari is saying the best explanation for this ayah is jugubla. Is this the best explanation? Why is he telling me the hadith for?
Jugubla.
He brought me like 10 explanations, and then he tells me the best explanation is this, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter. It's weak. I don't care. But this is the best explanation.
The best explanation is.
Look what he says. The best explanation for the kursi is that the Prophet saw a woman. She asked him for Jannah. He said, "Inna kursiyahu wasa'a as-samawati wal ard, wa innahu la yaq'udu alayh." That he sits on it. How is this the best explanation if it doesn't mean anything? Like, look, for example, I tell you, what does kursi mean? I tell you, kursi means power. Kursi means this. Kursi means this. But the best explanation is that Allah will. Bro, come on, bro. You're taking a tabari for a donkey, bro. Like, what is this, bro? Bro, what is it? Like,
man.
Why is the tabari telling me this is the best explanation if it doesn't mean anything or if it's weak? Why is this the best explanation?
This guy's crying in my DMs now.
Wait, are we back?
He said, "You know what proves my contradiction is." Okay, guys. What's the contradiction? This is what they always do. What's the P and not P, guys?
What's the P and not P?
The P, right? Oh, he's talking about the books. Listen, he didn't bring any evidence for the Wahhabi contradicting. He didn't bring any evidence, guys. None. You think I don't know about the Wahhabi?
I know where
he's a student of Ibn Taymiyyah.
Yeah, I know where he got that shubha from. He got it from Hanafi.
Oh, what does it say exactly?
Basically, I think the Lebanese gave, or one of them, the Hanafi or Lebanese gave it to him. Basically, they'll assert that, okay, he said it here in Kitab Ulu, if I'm not mistaken. He says it's Sahih, and he calls it Hadith as well in that book. But they'll take another chain where he's talking about Mujahid, but it's a whole different chain.
Right? You know, if he brings this to me, I smack him with his own hand.
They'll bring this together and be like, oh, he must have repented. And then they'll take...
I will slap him with his own hand. It's because the Haq did not meet Ibn Abbas. Very simple. I know this one. The Haq did not meet Ibn Abbas. It even says that, the Muhaqqiq literally says it. It's the Haq an Ibn Abbas. This one is not authentic because the chain it's munqata'.
It's a different chain, right? It's a whole different chain,
Different chain, yes. Yeah, but the one that's accepted, he says that there's no doubt it goes back to Mujahid.
Yo, look at this, Omar. Omar, let's read this comment. He said
وَأَمَّا عَنْ مُجَاهِدْ فَلَا شَكْ فِي ثَبُوتِهِ.
Yeah, he calls it hadith as well.
You look at this, Hamza, right?
Min Hajj's comment.
He said al-awla bit-ta'wil means due to the what does this comment mean?
What the hell?
He said al-awwal bit-ta'wil
I don't even know.
means due to explicitness. This would be what? Does it even mean that? Like what?
He said al-awla bit-ta'wil means due to the explicitness. This would be the ta'wil.
What?
Al-awla bit-ta'wil.
Doesn't that mean like from like the first ta'wil? Like
what is he talking about?
Like he's talking about the thing I brought. This one.
Yeah, like
the
dominant, the first dominant meaning, right? that comes
Yeah,
to your head.
al-awla, like al-awla would be this. This would be the best explanation.
Yeah.
You can't
What's the
take
ta'wil,
someone
man?
who says he has metaphorical existence seriously, can we, guys? We can't.
No, but what does he even mean? Like, what is it Tabari trying to say? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, okay, is it Tabari telling me the best explanation is jugubla, or this means something?
Jugubla. Yes, he is. Yes. What's the P and not P?
Yo, the P is not P. Is like Tabari's lying to me now. Like he's
No.
playing with my brain.
A lie isn't a contradiction. What's the P and not P? Boom! Got him, guys. There you go. At-Tabari, according
Wait,
to them, was a
somebody got
donkey.
he has a shubha from a Tabari. What's the shubha? Come up.
Hold on, Dior.
I have a
Is there a
shubha
P?
from a
Hold on, Dior. Is there a P and not P of At-Tabari being a donkey according to them?
I don't know, man. There's no contradiction.
Boom! Khalas, no contradiction.
I think his shubha is the dominion thing.
Cooked. Got him, guys.
Bro, if it's that, he literally says before, a couple pages back, that like he compares istawa to rising over a bed. Yeah, bro.
They have no escape.
This is brought to Manhaj in a debate. You know this
donkey.
I was talking about Al-Tabari, and he said regarding istiwa, when he talks about istiwa, he said sulta.
Yeah.
Is it his opinion or what is it?
No, he's not wrong. Like, of course we don't. When Allah is above, of course he's really above in power.
Yeah, he's really above in power. But does he affirm that? He doesn't say like la istiwa haraka or something like that.
That's not an issue. If he negated what was it called? Ittiqal was zawal. Istawa. That's not an issue. That's some of the Salaf didn't negate that. He took that opinion, but just because he negated istawa of it being translocation, I think that's what he means. Translocation and displacement doesn't. That's not an argument against us, because we don't claim that for istawa anyway. We say we don't know the case anyway, so it's gonna go back to tafweed.
Yeah, let's read it. Okay, so he says, Abu Ja'far is saying, look, by the way, look at this, guys. ثم اختلفوا متأول الاستواء معنى العلو والارتفاع في الذي استوى إلى السماء. قال بعضهم الذي استوى إلى السماء وعلى عليها هو خالقها منشئها. Some of them said the one who rose over it is the creator. But some of them said the one who rose is الدخان, the smoke. Okay, is the smoke raising is gonna be mulk and sultan? Did the smoke take power?
No.
That's the first thing. Then he says الاستواء معلوم في كتاب في العرب إذا صار كذلك قد استوى الرجل منه استقامة الأمر أسباب استوى فلان الأمر فلان. He keeps saying. Then he says كقولهم سمع الملك. Then he says ومنها العلو والارتفاع. Right?
Oh, that's what he was talking about.
كقول, for example, استوى فلان على سريره. Somebody rose over his bed.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
يعني meaning he rose over it. Did he when you sit on your bed, do you rise over it with power?
No.
Then he says وأولى المعاني بقوله جل وعلا ثم استوى إلى السماء فسواهن على عليهن وارتفع. Right? Okay?
Oh.
Then he says والعجب ممن أنكر المعنى المفهوم من كلام العرب في التأويل. Then he's trying to refute somebody who would reject it, like a Jahmi, right? He says to him الذي هو بمعنى العلو والارتفاع هاربا عند نفسه مما يلزم بزعمه انه اذا تأول بمعنى المفهوم كذلك انه يكون انما ارتفع وعلى بعد ان كان تحتها. He would say that he rose over it after being below it, right?
Yeah.
إلى أن تأول مجهول تأول مستنكر ثم يحتاج لها ربين فيقال زعمت أن تأول استوى أقبل فكان مدبرا عن السماء. If you say it's أقبل, so are you saying he was given it his back before? Then he says you could also say على عليهن علو ملك وسلطان لا علو انتقال وزوال, right? So he's just trying to tell the Jahmi to stop being a Jahmi, right? But even this is not good. Like, I'm not saying this is a good thing that Tabari is doing, right? But this is about the Sama, right? Even if he says the Sama is going to be Adbar al-Sama, no problem. But when it comes to Taha, the verse where it says literally
Ya Rahman al-Arsh istawa.
But when he compares istawa, like, because linguistically, because they'll try to bring this, right? They'll say linguistically istawa can have a majazi connotation. It can have a metaphorical connotation.
Listen, we just slap him with the salaf, bro.
It's so funny because they'll try to claim linguistically it can have a majazi kind of thing.
So low IQ.
Yeah, exactly. It's very low IQ. Like this majazi meaning came way after the salaf. This was not the classical understanding of like istawa in the Arabic language. Because they all understood istawa as, like, for example, a rider rising over a camel, for instance, or like the bed example, right? Someone rising over their bed.
Yeah.
All these type of examples.
Yeah.
That's how the Arabs understood istawa as. They never.
This Muhammad guy.
I've seen
he took me for a fool.
Yeah.
He took me for a fool today. He really thought. And this is what they do. You see Jay Dyer do it. You see that even the Christians do it, right? When you give them an argument, when you ask them a question, they will try their best to play with rhetoric. They won't actually address your point. They are shaking in their boots because they know they can't defend their points. So whenever, for example, I asked him, he said, the pen is not knowledgeable nor is it ignorant. It's category error for Allah. Allah cannot be unaware. Okay. I say, طيب, you cannot justify that it's a category error, but I will show how this is a category error of what you're going to reject. Everything concrete is spatial. Show me how this is not. Show me how this is a category error. And he couldn't justify it. So what did he do? He said, "Is Allah spatially extended?"
Whoa! What the hell?
What does that have to do? Like he's taking me for a fool, as if I'm going to fall for that bait. I'll wipe the floor with him on this. Oh, you can distinguish this one from that one. I'll wipe the floor with him on the whole spatial location thing. I don't care about that. I want to prove how you don't believe in a God who exists. You only believe a God exists in your mind.
There was a time where Harun actually asked in Twitter, when I said like without knowing the modality, he said that does the modality have a spatial, like, you know?
Just say you don't know. That's because that's no in the cave. We just say we don't know. This is a bit hard. Stop asking me this.
Yo, look at this. He says, look what Tabari said.
The modality is the manner in which something is. Like,
the reality.
How is that going to have a spatial location? Is he stupid?
Yo, look at this, right?
Yeah.
قال أبو جعفر, right? إن قال لنا قائل أخبرنا الاستواء إلى السماء كان قبل خلق السماء أم بعدها؟ قيل بعدها. So, okay, Allah created the heavens and then He rose. So now, if you say it's ulu mulk, that means He gained it. Because He created it, then He rose.
Yeah.
Abu Ja'far is saying, like, if you take the
other
other
they're
meaning,
going to say thumma can mean like and. Thumma can mean like and.
No, but look what Abu Ja'far says. He says, إلى السماء كان قبل السماء أم بعدها قال بعدها.
قبل. So At-Tabari isn't someone saying this. Okay.
Wait, so this
isn't saying.
And you can kill two birds with one stone with this, because he's also affirming sifat ikhtiyariya here. Literally, he's also affirming.
This is istiwa for sama, right? This is not istiwa for the arsh, because
the arsh is gonna be here. Let me show you the arsh. Wait.
Yeah, there's a narration saying that.
You're gonna show him the arsh.
Look, this is Taha, right? Look what he says. That one is for the heavens. It doesn't even matter. It's not speaking about the throne. This one's speaking about the throne. The heavens, you can say أقبل إلى السماء. I don't care. I don't care how you take استوى إلى السماء. Like, you can do backflips. You can say it never happened. I don't care about your life. Here it says الرحمن على العرش استوى ارتفع وعلا.
But metaphorical. It's metaphorical. You can rise it metaphorically. You can do it metaphorically. For example, Minhaji said this: a boss can be in the basement. A boss can be in the basement and still do irtafa'a and be ala, basically.
Bro, no one's buying this though. Bro. No one's buying this. Listen, you're not convincing me and your creed, okay? You're not convincing me.
He gave the example. He gave the example of a CEO building, right? And he said, if you're the CEO, you could be in the basement, right? You can be like, your office can be in the basement at the bottom floor, and still be like ala of the CEO building.
What?
Because yes.
Bro, he's giving. That's like. Yeah, like wallahi, that's just brain rot, dog. Like, come on now. That's straight brain rot. What are you saying,
bro?
What are you saying?
Bro,
what are we really saying over here, you guys? What are we really saying over here? What are we actually like? How is that not brain rot? Remember the guy who said that he would hold to a position of the lazim of it being tajseem and his compatriot, Mr. Metaphorical Existence, at best. So, you know, we got now Muhammad Ali. He's gonna be the third stooge. So now we got the three stooges. We got we got someone who would hold to tajsim, holding the lazim of tajsim. We got metaphorical existence at best, and then we got abstract God. We have found the three stooges, everybody. Beautiful.
Bro, that's like, bro, that's the Trinity right there.
The Trinity of stupidity. Yes.
Bro, what's it called? Yeah, bro, Tabari just, bro, that example of him rising over the bed, bro, that's a gem right there, man.
That's it, man.
Which one is that in, by the way? Which?
This is Baqarah, Surah Baqarah,
Ila Sama, right? That one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that
229, yeah.
229.
Because they cherry pick him. They think that he's upon their aqidah, bro. It's funny. That's why whenever they talk to like reverts or they talk to anyone who might be confused, like, or they want to try to give shubuhat, they say Imam at-Tahawi. They never go to Tabari. They just take Tahawi because that's the only one that they can try to like twist his words. They know deep down. Yeah. They know they can't run away from all these books.
That's enough.
This jokester thought that he would say that I'm a Jahmi because we believe that if Allah is if the earth is round. And it's funny, I said that's a Razi Shubha. He says no, it's not.
No,
that just proves that this clown does not.
They can't distinguish between
Razi's Shubha.
They can't distinguish between relative aboveness and absolute aboveness. And even then, the sama, the heavens, is absolutely above us.
Yeah. I granted it to him. I said yes, both directions. Now what? How does that prove Jahmi? Because you said that means that I believe Allah is everywhere. If I say that he's around everything, how does it say that he's everywhere? Like I just granted him the argument because I don't have to convince him. Like I'm not going to convince him of my position. He's a khabith. So okay, yallah, he's around everything. Now what? Is he in the creation? No, he conceded. So then I asked him, now prove that you're no.
You let him say you conceded to the fact that he's around creation. Oh, he's outside.
I just said, look, he's going to be around it. Go ahead. Now what? I concede because he did not understand between relative and absolute. So I said, look, he's too stupid. So I'm just going to go ahead and say yes, he's around like Abu Taha said, like a ball. Now what?
Yo, look at this, ikhwa. Look at this real quick, right?
No argument.
At-Tabari brings two views, right? He brings two views about Huwa al-Ali. He is the one who is above, right? The al-Ali.
He is high, the most high.
Listen to this, right? قال بعضهم, some of them said, يعني بذلك هو العلي عن النظير والأشباه. It means he is the exalted from the Nadir, like somebody who's like him, and al-Ashbah, resemblance with others. وأنكروا أن يكون, and they rejected that it means هو علي المكان, that his place is the highest. وقالوا غير جائز أن يخلو منه مكان.
They'll stop here. Yeah.
They said it is impossible for him to be for a place to be empty of him because they believe he's everywhere. ولا معنى لوصفه بعلو المكان لأن ذلك وصفه في مكان دون مكان, because that would be ascribed to him. There is no meaning for him to be only above, because that would be he would be in a place and not in another place, right? This is the view of the Jahmis. Then he says وقال آخرون معنى ذلك, the meaning of that is هو العلي على خلقه, he is the one who is above his creation بارتفاع مكانه, because his مكان is high, عن أماكن خلقه, from the مكان of his creation, لأنه تعالى ذكره فوق جميع خلقه, because he is above all his creation, وخلقه دونه, and his creation is below him, كما وصف به نفسه أنه على العرش فهو عال عليهم بذلك, like he described himself that he is on the throne.
Okay, you mudallis, Dior. No, yes, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. You mudallis. What does it say? No. I read it again. What does it say? That's tadlis. That is tadlis. You are lying on Tabari.
So Tabari has to hold one of these two views, right?
That's tadlis, though. He didn't say that.
Look, there is. Look, Tabari is saying. Look, Tabari is saying there is these two views, right? If he has another view, he would give it, right?
Okay, let's see.
Okay, what's the view that
So he brings these two views and he doesn't choose. So is he a Jahmi or a Mujassim? One of the two. He got to be either a Jahmi or a Mujassim.
No, but do you listen, right?
I do tafweed.
You have to understand when the Salaf said Allah has a makan can mean in status, because you can be you can have a high Makan status. For example, if I'm a king.
No, but he compared to their Makan. He said his Makan is higher than their Makan.
Yeah, status. Because obviously Allah's status is higher than my status.
Look what he said. Look what he said. No. وهو العلي على خلقه بارتفاع مكانه. It's his Makan that is above, not him, not only him, the Makan also.
Wait, what's the word? ارتفاعي.
بارتفاع مكانه عن أماكن خلقه.
He ascend. Okay, by his ascension of his place. Is that what it is?
Over the places of his creation.
Of the places of his creation. Okay. But where's the affirmation of? Is the affirming Makan here?
The first call is similar to the Jahmiyyah.
The first call is the Jahmiyyah. It's not similar. It's the first call. It's saying he cannot be outside any place. Like he has to be in every place.
I think that's the first the Fudayl bin Iyad narration.
Yeah. But what's it called? So is he affirming Makan here, or is he just saying that like he's above the creation of the Makan?
No, he's saying his Makan is higher than the Amakin of his creation.
Okay.
You are doing Tadlis. I do tafweed on this. We don't only do tafweed on what Allah says, but what the Salaf says as well.
Is this Ar-Rahman al-Shisawa? Bro, I need to start reading these again.
Brain dead. Yeah, bro. Dior's got everything, bro. Dior, he got
I need to start using Tabari more again, bro.
They reject him, bro. Hanafi himself says that Tabari is not from the Salaf. Like, he doesn't believe that anymore. Because he knows that he goes against him.
Yeah, bro. That's so crazy, bro. He says as well, trying to remember.
And he's definitely a divine simplest, by the way, like without a doubt.
No doubt. Because
he sympathizes and he hangs out with the Maturidi ADS, like he loves them and they love him. So I guarantee you he's a divine simplest. He's just hiding in the closet because his boys are gonna, kind of be upset about that. He's in the closet, right?
I don't see how you can be like an Ash'ari from ADS and like claim ta'alluqat. Like that's just like a
you can't. That argument still goes to them. Like that argument still applies. The reason why he would be an ADS because he can't bring composition arguments to us or arguments of like the attributes being causative efficacious.
Efficacious.
That's the reason. That's the whole reason why he wants to affirm that. He wants to be a Jahmi because, a super Jahmi, not just a Jahmi, a super Jahmi, because he wants to like have better argumentation. That's the reality. Because I clapped him the last time I spoke to him and I showed him his inconsistency and he conceded that the world would be eternal. And he conceded that he's a Jahmi when he says that Yad is Quwwah. And
bro, he literally said to me as well, that he said that to me as well, and he said that like, the reason I do tafweed on Yad is because like I doubt Yadain as a real attribute. So that's why I just do tafweed because like such a Jahmi, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you ever seen a Hanbali who's an Ash'ari?
Yes, I have one time.
How is it possible?
Yeah, don't say all the Jahmiya Zanadiqa weak, everything weak. All the books on the Hanafi.
Listen, brother.
No, I've seen someone and he affirms the book itself.
Arada Jahmiya, that's a problem.
Yes,
brother. We follow the Salaf. Okay, listen. We follow the Salaf, but all these books.
There's no books
no, these are all weak.
No, the problem is he affirms the book. I know a guy on Twitter, but he affirms the book, and he's Ash'ari.
Yeah, he's on Twitter. He does some weird like.
I think his name is Abu Atiyah or something.
Yeah, he does some like weird interpretations on things. I don't know. Like he's weird.
Abu Atiyah, the guy on Discord.
Yeah, he blocked me, bro. You know he blocked me.
Yeah, that guy's a whole contradiction.
I had to explain to him the definitions of predicate. I had to explain to him the definitions of universal and particular, like kulliyat and hadith al-ahad. I had to explain to him all these things. Bro, I had to flip and educate him, and then he blocks me. Oh yeah, and I had to explain to him that some meanings are self-evident. Because he said to me, every meaning has to have like an extrinsic definition. Okay, I was like, okay, define to be existence. Guy didn't answer me. Define to be existence without using the word essence and vice versa.
Yeah, this is complicated stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, you can know what existence is generally, but you can't give like an.
You can't give a head definition for it because you're gonna fall into infinite regress.
But you still know what it is, so it's
It's self-evident.
Like in their case, I don't get why. Never really understood.
Saw him one time saying that they spread lies about Jahm al-Marisi. Bishra al-Marisi.
Yeah.
There was like a Discord, picture of him saying that.
About Bishra al-Marisi. He was a good man.
You look at this, إخوة, 1 second. Look at this. يقول ثم استوى على العرش الرحمن وعلى عليه وذلك يوم السبت.
يوم السبت. Crazy.
Where's that from?
This is a Tabari.
Yeah. Bro, he cooks, man. He cooks them. I
but
don't know
he's
why they would never take him.
7th day.
No, but listen. Allah, right, from pre-eternity already did this, right?
يوم السبت? Is يوم السبت eternity?
No. Before Yom Sabt, this was already done, right? And then the created the maf'ul took place on Yom Sabt.
Wallahi, if you debated their sheikh, Minhaji or Harun, you would prove how they're Jahmiyyah. They don't even know their own aqidah. If you ask them, is it necessary for Allah to have the sifat? They'd probably say yes, out of stupidity. Because they don't know in their creed, they can't say that. Because it's going to be af'al ikhtiyariya. Like, they cannot say that. They have to say that it's not necessary, like Hanafi says. And that yad is not something which is necessary for Allah. They would have to say that. That's an entailment. And they hide it from the. It's either they're stupid or they genuinely just hide it from the awam because they don't want them to like leave their filth.
Oh, bro,
creed.
you know what's it called? Someone came up and he was asking Haji about, like, okay, you believe Allah is completely outside, atemporal, right? So then how does he know like these category of known things, like the particular?
Let me answer for him.
Brother, when it comes to philosophy, it reaches a point which we don't know. So, in the Shafi'i madhab, we don't get into these matters generally. Why are you bringing me arguments of spatialism? Why are you bringing me arguments of direction? Why are you bringing me arguments of this? Why are you bringing me arguments of such things if you don't get into philosophy? Shut the hell up.
Most of these arguments posited against us are like from kalam.
Yeah, like you hypocrites.
From philosophy, even not even just kalam. Deep.
But yeah, what was his answer?
Oh yeah, basically yeah. So he asked him. I was kind of telling the brother, just give a specific example because he's been too general.
No way, look, you see Sheikh Bassam. Sheikh Bassam has entered the building.
He was saying he was saying the known things in reality, like what's known, like everything that's known, including Allah, has like they all have a category. He grouped them all into one, and he said, does Allah know these known things as well? Because we know them as well. So does Allah also know these things?
Oh.
And then yeah. And
Wait,
then
what was the argument? The hell?
Yeah, basically, he was bringing them the argument.
Wait, let him explain.
He was bringing the argument of like all propositions are everybody knows these propositions and they're all within time. Like they're all like apply to time, right? And then he said, since you believe God's knowledge is completely intemporal, it follows that he wouldn't know these. He wouldn't know these categories. This category of known things.
Yeah. It's not going to correspond with time.
Exactly. Yeah. And then what did he say after? I'm trying to remember. I'll send you the recording. I've got it recorded, but he said.
Yeah, send me what he said because I guarantee his response is stupid.
Yeah, he said. I'm trying to remember. What did he say after? But he said something so silly. Yeah, he said, because time doesn't apply to God, right? So God can still know these things while time is still not applying to him. I'm like, bro, what? But these things are within time. What are you talking about? That's what the brother was saying.
No.
So they're trying to special plead their way out. Yeah,
I would never grant that to him. I would never allow him to escape from that. Never. I'll give him an argument that he cannot refuse.
Which one?
The only thing that he'll say is the argument of it having to correspond with time. If he, you would say that Allah, he knows certain things, and it's not that he gains in knowledge. It's that this proposition would be true
when it happens.
When it happens.
Yeah.
So when it happens, it's true. It's either you say it was always true that I existed, that Omar exists. This proposition would be something that Allah affirmed.
Or you have to say it's always true that Omar was always dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, those two things can't coexist in the same.
There's no escape. But I can give an actual like formal argument where he.
Yeah, you can really brute force like temporality.
Yeah, like you can really show him how stupid he is.
Yeah.
And you can also say Allah was expecting ibadah from you. Like if he was expecting ibadah from you forever, that would be silly. Like you're expecting ibadah from Adam, So Allah started expecting ibadah when you are created, not before.
Yeah, like
No, you have
that's
to
just gonna be a
understand,
special
right?
creed, bro.
You have to
That's just gonna be a special
understand.
creed.
God is outside of time, so this
Yeah,
mafrool.
but no problem. Okay, but Allah, did he see like now he sees the universe, right? Existent, right?
Yeah.
But
Before the universe existed, he saw that it was not there. That's why he created it, right?
Now you, now
No,
you,
but
yeah,
he,
now you
but
can be like,
from
what's the difference between seeing
eternity,
and
from
knowledge? Now you can
eternity,
make them
means he has
jahmis
the
even
power
more.
to see.
from
That's what
eternity,
it means.
he saw the universe, right?
So
Yeah.
there's
So
no
why did
distinction between seeing and knowledge.
what? So wait, why did he create it then? If he saw that it was there, why did he create it?
No. Like what you mean by see?
Oh
Like
shoot, he's late. I gotta
he
go
had
do some
It
stuff.
means he has the power to
he
see.
had perceived he perceived us like in the universe before we were created, right? So we are just the maf'ul. Okay. 1 second. Eddie, are you there?
I'm listening, bro.
Yeah. So we are just the maf'ul, but since God is completely atemporal, he saw us from eternity.
But why did he create us then? If he always saw us,
That's arbitrary. He created us because he wanted to.
but how can he create something that is already there for him? He sees us existing.
No, it's not that we were there because we're contingent beings. You know, we're hudud, yani, and every hadith is created. So
No. But Allah, before creating us, He always saw us existing. Like why? If you see, like, let's say you want to turn off the light, right? But you see the light off. You would never go press the thing because you see it off. You need to see it on to go press it, so it
no, but
becomes
these
off, right?
examples don't apply to God because God does everything with pre-eternity. He willed it from pre-eternity.
He willed what?
He willed us. He willed to see us from before we even existed. That's how munazzah Allah is.
But why would Allah create us if He sees us as existent?
How to test us? What kind of question is this?
No. But look. Okay, if I see something that exists, right, I'm not gonna create it. It exists.
No, bro. Listen, God. Listen, He saw us, but He chose to create us.
Wait. Big boy Wasim, please come up. Big boy Wasim, please come up. Don't tell me you're at work. You're always at work.
Allah sees everything past, present, and future. Wow.
Whoa.
Man.
What the hell?
Then what is the difference between knowledge and seeing? Man.
The difference is
I'll take it even further. What's the difference between kalam, knowledge, and see? No, the difference between kalam, knowledge, seen, and ilm. What's the difference between all four of them?
By the way, guys, Big Boy Wasim shares an attribute with his God. You know what is it? He's eternally working. His job is this one act. Like he's eternally at work.
Effect take place in time, and it has a ta'alluq back to the sufficient cause.
Big Boy Wasim became a Catholic when he was talking to Shamsuddin, bro. He's finished, man.
Big Boy Wasim, come up, man.
You read this Catholic encyclopedia and he said, yes, I agree. This is my aqidah.
Bro, he's so cooked, bro. He's eternally working.
I'm at work right now.
Exactly, I know it. You're eternally working, bro. Like, you're just like your God, man. You have this one act. It's called work.
Man, I have to clip the live and yo everybody on the.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
Your God didn't.
Bang.